Oh, I already have that. Okay. Oh, we gotta get some items now. Ooh, do I have those blood moons? Pants. Let's see if I still have them. Dang, I don't have the blood moon breeches. Dang. Oh, hold on. It might be in here. Dang, no blood moon breeches. I'm gonna go to, have to maybe farm those. Looks all good. Where's the blood moon breeches? Duriel? Oh, okay. That's pretty easy. Let me grab a different headset. No, we good. Alright, so we gotta get blood moon breaches so we can deal a lot more damage. And then other than that, it's probably just like the generic stuff. Today, grab all this stuff. There's all like the good. Where's good stuff? Is it maybe on my rogue still? Maybe it's still on my rogue still. Check if it's on my rogue. It is on my rogue. You know what we could test out real quick though? It wouldn't really take that long. Is we just swap this to what, Ranger?
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
There's more pen shot stuff. There we go. Pen shot. Boom, that's it. I don't even need to have that. We can. Oh, this. Oh, that's because this already has a curse touch. Okay, got it. There you go. Boom. And we are pretty much set up. Let's try it out. Let's see how the performance looks like. See if it's any good. I don't think we really need to change anything. Damage per dark shroud is just too good. We really don't need to change very much in this.
I can cure what ails you.
Oh, we actually need to run what? Trick shot? Isn't this only has one, right? Oh, I think that... Alright, here we go. See if there's... Okay, so you have an additional shot. Oh, it already has it. So basically you just have a 25 or elite. Oh, okay. So it just gives you that for free. Oh, so on the base it gives you. Oh, okay. Okay, so this could be actually pretty interesting. We will, Lycan. I was just gonna set up a build, and usually on TikTok I try not to start off the stream with a build because people are like, "Dude, where's the gameplay at?" So we'll start it up in a second. Basically, all we need to do is, man, we don't really need to do anything. Just activate. Let's see what the performance is looking like.
Magic in a bottle.
Wait, pen shot, right? Oh, this is. Oh, these roll crit strike damage. Ooh. I mean, it's not really bad. Oh, damn, we rolled crit on that one. Oh, this is no tempers, but it's not necessarily bad because it's just like the damage per dark shard is still objectively like better by a lot, actually. I'm not in the mood to reroll everything. Let's see if we can. Because we only need to hit one of the things, right? And I've got two of these. Oh, this has 0, so that's done. No. Come on, give me that. Yes, there we go. Not the highest roll, but it was there.
See some steel you need?
Ooh, nice. But the first try. Now this is a 1 in 3. No, but we don't want barrage. 29. Okay, cool.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer? What colour and brilliance.
Alright, 2 of these bad boys, and then we are ready. I mean, I like how Rogue is so easy to swap between builds now.
Some solid bits here.
%. So we got 40. Okay. So if we masterwork that and got that like much higher, it'd be really good. Well, thank you, Lycan. I appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, for me it's like it's halfway like talking to myself, but like also like I've streamed many games, so like I've streamed with thousands of people. I've streamed with like 2 people. That doesn't matter to me. We'll try 100 first, and we'll see what the performance looks like. I'm gonna at least pop all the like potions and stuff too, because I wanna. What's our HP at? 38. We don't need that one. What is it? Let's do something with like crit. Oh, we have like 11 of these. Okay, so we're good on crit.
potent quantity indeed.
Alright, let's see what the performance is looking like. I actually have no idea. Hopefully it's not gonna be bad though. Like I'm really hoping this one will be good, because actually pen shot was one of my favorite things to play, and the reason why is like it's really fast for open world content. All right, so let's get started with the brand new pen shot. So really quickly, what has changed? Well, there's a new mod on an enhanced pen shot where when we shoot a boss or elite, we have a 25% chance for an additional time. So that's kind of nice, right? I mean, that's good. But let's get some gameplay. Hopefully we can have like some better density. Right now, it's kind of buggy inside of the pit. Like, the density is just not enough. And so, a lot of times you may run into situations where there's just not enough monsters simply to kill. Okay, there we go. So, how is pen shot performing over here? Well, the thing is, definitely feeling a little bit weak. Like, that's basically the only really new change with pen shot. Obviously, yeah, you have a lot more things to run at your disposal, but where are the elites? They're all like AFK. Hold on, group them up, man. Okay, I mean, I just don't see myself playing this one over rapid fire or barrage like at all. And the reason why is those ones have just much better clear potential. Let's get this elite. Throw down the caltrop. So, is pen shot playable in Season 4? Yeah, I still think it's lackluster. Let's go look for more elites. But the problem that I have with the current PTR, and this is only with PTR, is like if you don't kill all the monsters, you're actually stuck. And I'm going to have to reset this one because there's not enough. Am I strictly a D4 streamer? No, I play a lot of games. Dude, I get really excited about a game and I might like stream it. I'll no life a game for 2 weeks and then never play it again. But with Diablo, I always come back when there's a new season. Diablo's been doing pretty good, man. I played lots of Overwatch. I played lots of Call of Duty, Halo, Heroes of the Storm. I play lots of video games. And when Black Ops 6 comes out, we'll be playing Black Ops 6. But Diablo is like a game we'll always come back to. Like Overwatch, I'll probably always come back to the game. Even though I made a dedicated channel just to Overwatch because I ended up playing it so much. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll make a second channel for it. And then like I've been on nothing but Diablo for the past couple weeks because I've been enjoying it, man. I play what I like for 2 reasons. One, not to get burnt out, and I genuinely like playing newer games. I like to learn newer games. It makes it more fun. All right, so. Let's go out with some penetrating shot. How good is it? Well, let's go ahead and see the damage numbers over here. And you can get some pretty cool explosions. Specifically if there are multiple enemies that you can hit with, like, let's say double of the totems for the brand new season. Oh, hold on. With the Umber Crux, you can get a pretty good amount of damage. Because I've always liked pen shot. It did receive some newer updates. Oh, gosh, but... one thing I'm still not a fan of is like the suppressor monster archetype. But one thing with pen shot is it's designed to usually just hit really hard. And it hits relatively hard, but the main problem is that on bosses it suffers significantly. They basically give it a 25 DPS boost with one of the newer things on the skill tree, which I'll show you guys. But I want to say it's still probably in the weaker spot if I was to compare all of them. Because they're also changing Victimize. We're not playing Victimize, by the way. We're actually, you can see we are actually not playing, we're not even playing Precision. We are actually playing Momentum. And the reason why I like Momentum is it makes your character feel really tanky. It really helps out with resource. We got Starless Skies. Let's get rid of this monster real quick. That was the execution, though. That was not pen shot. But, I mean, you can kill... This is a Pit 100 with suboptimal gear. But even with suboptimal gear with, like, Flurry and Rapid Fire, I feel like those will be just more popular in general. Because those are way more forgiving in its aim. In Pit right now, since we're on PTR, normally I would not kill every single monster. But if you don't, it's bugged, unfortunately, and the density is just not there. So we pretty much have to kill every monster. So to explain what the newer changes really quick, it is this. Enhanced Penetrating Shot gives us a 25% chance for an additional time. Now, can that additional time work well with the chance to cast twice? I don't know. I haven't tested that out fully yet, but as far as it goes, it's playable. Like, if you were like on the fence, should I play Pen Shot? I would stay away from it. But if it's like, oh, this is your favorite build, can I play it? Sure. You know, go for it. May make a build guide for this. Kind of debating on it. I mean, it's not really that much more effort for me because it uses basically the same Paragon board. And I want to say most rogues will pretty much use the same Paragon board in the next season. There's a lot of like huge amounts of extra bonus powers that Rogue has access to. Could sacrifice some survivability, drop one set of glyphs. And then instead we would run, what is it? Tricks of the Trade. It's one of the ones where it's like if you use a cutthroat skill, your marksman skill does more damage. And basically every 8 seconds we just have to activate Shadow Step, which is very easy to do. But I could definitely tell you in terms of speed, it's nowhere near Flurry. Flurry and Barrage are top tier. Rapid Fire can hit for big damage numbers, but there comes to a point where most people just really care about, like, this could be maybe the equivalent of like a higher pit by several, and not that many people are interested in pushing 130s. Like I created a lot of Diablo content for a long time in D3, and like making a GR 150 build, a lot of people never really make it there, and they just want to do, you know, GR 80, 100-ish, and they're pretty satisfied. Because the rest of the stuff requires a lot more work into maybe fishing for the correct riff. Or maybe even a bugged build, like my Sorceress build that we uploaded in, I don't remember what season it was, that had no weapon and we could clear a GR 150, but the time is, like I said, in PTR you have to clear out most of the stuff, but the main thing I want to check out is against the boss, how is it? Because they've noticed that against the bosses, Penetrating Shot really lacks the ability to get that punch, right? With the Umbra Crux, now we can summon the totems, which will really help out with the boss, so let's go find out, see if it's any good. So obviously we'll open up with that, throw that down, start laying down the pen shots. But you have to aim it to where you're hitting it twice. Okay, you know what? This is usable. Ooh. Now, will I say that this is the smoothest? Absolutely not. But it's playable. Oh, I can't even move. Dude, it was like 1 HP. If I just shot it, we would have been fine. Alright. Well, I'm going to kill it, and then I'm going to reset. We're just take 2. I don't like dying. That was my fault, though. That was technically my fault. Unlucky, man. Like, absolutely just one-shotted. Just deleted out of existence. It's probably because I didn't have my Dark Shrouds. But I don't really like how they've changed it. The pit bosses are like way overtuned, and they even tweeted out about it, but they didn't fix it. And, look, what the hell is that damage? Oh my gosh. Dude, the lag. What is my lag on the PTR, man? It's going crazy. I think for pen shot, though, we would sacrifice some survivability for more damage, maybe. The boss XP is being nerfed. Yeah. Also, this has damage over time. My bad, guys. I didn't even roll the gear on this character. I probably should roll that. Because damage over time is like, well, as you can see, we don't do any damage over time. So we're missing 100 and something damage. So, well, vulnerable is fine. Yeah, because we run a curse touch in this. Yeah. Oh, is that? No, yeah, we have a curse touch. Okay. So, my bad. We were missing like a decent chunk of damage. So, getting that up will definitely help out. But I'm not going to, like, go to 12 out of 12 masterworking for my stuff. Alright, hold on. Now, let's go in. Let's go. Take two, boys. Take two. Let's see if we can manage to just do it smooth. Because I now have a little bit more damage. And that will obviously help out, right? Have I done Druid build in PTR? Yeah, I did Landslide, and I did the Companion build. Landslide's still usable, but don't play Human. They buffed Human, so that's why I played. Alright, so let's go ahead and go in, guys. The Pit. We're going to be doing a Pit 100 with Pen Shot. So, they buffed Pen Shot a little bit, and it's specifically against bosses and elites, where this should have a little bit more firepower, but with Umber Crux, every build is going to be buffed. But I've always felt like Pen Shot was a much better skill when you were one-shotting things. So, that's something to kind of take into consideration. Now, if you were to compare this to Barrage or Rapid Fire, I would say it is behind. But in open world content, it is ahead. And the reason why I say it's ahead in open world content is in open world content, the clear speed of Barrage is really great too. But Pen Shot is shoot one time, and you can delete a lot of things. But yeah, we have the Shade Totems. Now, the one problem that I have with this compared to some of the other abilities is specifically you have to actually aim the skill with the totems. It's not as forgiving as the other builds. So, you know, take that knowledge and decide for yourself if you want to play this. It's not easy to play, because they're going to have to aim. And while you might be thinking, oh, aiming easy. Okay. I play controller and I play mouse and keyboard. And with controller, it's going to be a lot harder because you have to position it to where you're aiming at the correct target. And aim assist takes over a lot of times. And that's why sometimes you get weird teleports. You want to teleport in one area and it just teleports you into the other one. So, there are some builds where I would say keyboard and mouse better. Some builds, like Necromancer, are way better with controller from auto-targeting from corpses. So, see, it's not bad though. The build is definitely playable. Well, I wouldn't say it is the best rogue build, because I'd say Andariel's and Barrage are kind of my two favorites. Or Rapid Fire, maybe even for bossing. Flurry's really great. Twisting Blades is okay too, but like, the problem that I have in general with Twisting Blades compared to, like, Flurry for Season 5 is you get to ignore Wind Wall, Waller, and Suppressor with Flurry. The other one, well, they gotta spin around. So, you'll have to, you know, play around certain things. It's kind of like the same problem that Boulder Druid has had. Like that, there's too many things that just, like, delete your boulders. So this one's got executed. But I'm noticing the lucky hit for the execute, like, is quite often proccable. I haven't really been using Caltrops in here, but Caltrops obviously really good. I'll give you way more damage here. But we'll go complete this tier 100, and then we'll talk about the other changes. So the main change really comes down to one specific thing, and that is that you have a chance for another penetrating shot to shoot out when you hit bosses or elites. Now, I'm not sure if that means when you get an additional arrow with, like, the tempering, if that means you get another additional one, because that'd be even better if you get, like, the 100% and then that 25%. But yeah, so in theory, it should be about a 25 DPS increase, like 25% more DPS. But every build will pretty much be using Umber Crux, and I would say one thing that I am noticing for sure with this build is we are building up that explosion super often. And I like that explosion. It's very, very fun. But in terms of like, you know, the playstyle is pretty much the same as Barrage, and I can definitely tell you it's way slower than Barrage, because Barrage is a lot more forgiving in the areas that you're shooting, because, well, you can hit enemies that aren't perfectly in a straight line, which is one thing that this build kind of suffers from. So we'll go ahead and, like I said, clear it out and go ahead and mention some of the changes here. I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter in terms of its like little gameplay showcase for it. But basically it comes down to specifically getting this. So each cast with it will give me that extra time to actually fire, which could be pretty good. And then obviously running things like Umbercrux are very, very good. And also running things like Ring of Starless Skies and all the brand new stuff that we have access to is quite good. But essentially, this is the build, man. But sometimes you can get unlucky and get a bad boss. I don't like this one because sometimes you can get one-shotted by the things that it spawns. But also, Pits is way harder now after the update. So you actually have to kill those. Otherwise, you could run into situations where you will rip instantly. And so there we go. Although the little animation was a little bit different there. Ooh, we got a Stygian Stone, nice. Looks like we're getting a little bit of lag, but you guys pretty much get the idea. I'll be dropping a build guide later for this, but there really isn't too much to Penetrating Shot. That's the only update. It's very, 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 very small, and it is, objectively, it's a buff, but I would not say that it is something that I'd be super excited about. But anyways, you guys can let me know what your thoughts are down below on the Pen Shot. It's pretty simple. It's just that, man. But we're going to go continue, because I need some background gameplay for this anyway, so we're going to go ahead and farm the background gameplay. Ooh, what the? Dude, I feel like I'm taking way more damage with this build. Hello, Lucky. How are you doing? No Heartseeker? I have gameplay of Heartseeker. I have gameplay of all 3 variants of Heartseeker. So I have, I already did Andariel's. So we have Andariel's Heartseeker, we have the Cold Heartseeker, we have the Victimized Heartseeker, and then we have Close Quarters Heartseeker. So it's up to you on which one you want to play. I would probably recommend trying out the Momentum one, which is actually one of my favorites. You can play any of them. It really genuinely doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, I'm noticing a huge difference in survivability though. It's probably because we're not killing the monsters fast enough though, for sure. Minus the bug feature, what's the best rogue build? Well, I think anything has to play Umbercrux. I think it's required. I think the 100% best build is Andariel's, though. Yeah, I'd have to vote for Andariel's for best build. It has too much like boss DPS that the other builds, unless you're getting Umbercrux, because like that build plays perfectly fine without Umbercrux. I mean, obviously it's going to be better if you have unlimited resources. Aether. Let's go select this one. What's up, Black Sparrow? You ready for the first Ascendant tomorrow? Definitely gonna be playing that. I'm really excited about that game. I hope that's going to be like a game that I can continuously play too. Because it's like the Diablo's PTR just ended, so once the PTR ends, I don't know what we're going to be playing next. We'll probably go back to Season 4, but I don't know if there's anything I want to make in Season 4, other than I do need to make Frozen Orb for Season 4. I want to update Season 4's Wait, do I not have the right? Oh my gosh, hold on. I think I just scuffed up my own gameplay. Hold on. You guys want to know why that build sucks so much? I just noticed. You guys remember how I swapped to a different crossbow? I forgot to put on the aspect. I was like, dude, this build kind of sucks. But I was missing my two-handed aspect. Oh my gosh, that's why, man. Holy, man. That is why. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe I forgot that. We need the Edge Master. Oh, that was unlucky. It's days too, right? This counts, yeah. Oh, it's days. Or knockdown. I can't believe I done goofed on that. That's crazy, man. Alright, okay, take 3, guys. This build seems a lot of work. Ah, yeah, you already got it downloaded? Nice, nice. Hello, Legend. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Alright, so now we're going to be playing Pen Shot for real this time. The other one was fake. I didn't craft my other thing. My bad on that. I think this is the last time we need to play Rogue, because I actually did the quick. I just did some quick maths on Shadow Step. It's not worth it, because you can't, unless you one shot the boss. That build just fails, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Ooh, do we have another Infernal Hordes? Ooh, I do not. But we just need to open up any chest, right? So it shouldn't take that long. Let's open up one real quick. Actually, we can go get one when I do the gameplay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I didn't have the penetrating shots double. Okay. Oh, I noticed something was kind of off, but it says it does for 50%. Okay, this is actually gonna make the thing much better. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Penetrating Shot, season... What season is this? 5, Kappa? Right? I like how he doesn't even attack us, alright? Alright, guys. Penetrating Shot, season 5. What are the new updates? So, one of the most important ones is when we hit a boss, we have a chance for it to actually fire again for free. Also, we're like really tanky, so we're good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So that's going to be a pretty nice change, specifically for bosses. But that's pretty much the major change here. I'm going to kind of just do this really fast, as it's a build that I would say excels at, like, open world content a lot more than I would say it excels at specifically like bossing. However, with Umbercrux, that really helps out with the newest update for Season 5. Every rogue build will be playing the new thing that summons the totems, and you'll have pretty good clear speed with this build for sure. And one thing that we've added into the build also on the tree when I drop the build guide for this is that when we cast it at full energy, which is not going to be that difficult, we're going to be able to knock down the enemies, and obviously we get some sort of like bonuses, you know, if we attack, you know, knockdown or dazed, all that kind of stuff. So you can get that, or you get 10% extra crit. It's kind of up to you. What is your crit looking like? But one thing that's excellent with this build that I've noticed is that execution, if they do not change execution, which I think they will, but let's say that they don't, right? They don't change the execution. This build will actually be top tier for like a lot of players for clearing out the stuff to get to the boss, right? Like in Diablo 3, you had some builds that were meant to like get to the boss, but like then you'd have your like, you know, your boss killer for your DPS, you know, whatever's doing the most damage. But I would say this build is actually not too bad. I personally prefer Barrage if I was to, you know, go over like which one is my favorite. I think Andariel's Rogue, Heartseeker, those are all like, they're all great. In fact, like almost everything is pretty good on Rogue for Season 5. You can easily just say Rogue is probably one of the best classes to play if you want to be able to play like all the core skills and actually be able to do relatively well. Whereas some classes, like the poor Druid, like look at Rabies, they get so many buffs for that thing and it's just still slacking. It's just not up to par, but everything on Rogue is looking good. And what I like with this, there's no combo points, there is no close quarters, we don't have to do any of the little shenanigans where you gotta like make sure that you use a cutthroat, and I like the build. It's really good. We actually don't even need to take the Channel Shrine because we have pretty good resource management. In fact, in the new season, I actually recommend you guys not to pick that up for a lot of Rogue builds, at least as of right now, because there's an interaction where it doesn't count as you spending resource, which actually makes you squishier, because I run the thing where we get a barrier, and that's actually really helpful. The execute goes crazy with this build. The reason why is you get so many hits in this one. So if I was to compare this to the other Rogue builds and say, what does this one excel at? Well, in open world content, which we will do in just a minute, well, I'm just going to go rush into the open world after this, but I'll drop like a video build guide. But what I do like with this build in like the Helltide is like you shoot once and it just clears up like most of the screen, and that's very satisfying. Also, one thing I'm not a fan of right now in the PTR is like if you don't kill like every single monster, you have to like backtrack, and it's really annoying, and Pen Shot is not very good at that because the skill you have to aim. So just as a heads up, as a warning, it's not a bad build at all, like it's not like terrible, but you will have to aim for Umber Crux versus the other builds, you won't really have to aim, right? And the reason why is because of the way that the thing is positioned. So going over, oh, did we not trigger the boss? Okay, there we go. So we have to do this because it's still bugged, but basically the newest change, just to go over it really quick again, you get 25% chance to shoot another one. Hopefully that works with your chance for Pen Shot to activate twice too, so then you get 2 of them off that. I don't know if that registers. That's probably a pretty hard thing to test out because you'd still have to run the temper on it, right? But let's go ahead and do the boss over here. Let's see what the results are looking like. Some big damage coming out. It's just staggered. And you can see you can do okay damage. Again, if I was to compare this to, like, let's say Rapid Fire or Barrage, it's just a little bit slower, you know, at the moment. But I feel like I've already kind of talked about the stuff. I mean, that's literally the only new change. It's just that you got 25% more. Obviously, just like any of the other builds, Crown of Lucian, Ring of the Starless Skies, those are all great options. But I'm going to make this one a little bit short since I do plan to make a build guide for everything. And I'll go over all the newer changes for everything. But that's the only real change with Pen Shot. So anyways, you guys can let me know what your thoughts are on the brand new Pen Shot. Do you guys think it's good? Do you guys think it's bad? Obviously, it's straight up a buff, but it's just Rogue has so many buffs all around that it just makes it really great to play. But specifically in the Helltides is where I actually like it the most. So that's pretty much wrapping it up, although I'll go in here for like a minute and I'll shoot around and then that'll be it. But like I said, the area that this would technically excel at compared to other builds is, well, if the Whirlwind Barb doesn't one-shot everything off the screen before I get to shoot, one shot kills everything. Now, with Barrage and stuff, you could probably do that. It's not that like the damage is bad on Barrage or Rapid Fire, but especially if you run like the Scoundrel's Kiss on the Rapid Fire, well, you're just killing like one little area, where this can go and just get everything, and it eats everything. Look at it. Like, there's not a skill that feels super responsive like this skill, especially in the open world, because again, one shot, boom, kills most of the stuff on Rogue. If we're talking about, you know, all classes, and yeah, Chain Lightning, Fireball, Sorceress, that thing just eats things up too. But anyways, that's going to pretty much wrap it up. You guys let me know your thoughts down below on the brand new Pen Shot Rogue. Are you guys playing it, or which rogue build you guys to plan on playing? For me personally, I'm probably going to start up with Barrage, unless of course we get some brand new crazy change with the uniques. There is one special one that does let like the pen shot bounce around, but that one's really bad right now. So if it gets a buff, we can make an updated build guide and I'll let you guys know. But that'll wrap it up for the pen shot rogue. Alright, so 6:31 is our timestamp for that. Okay. What's up, cats? How does Sork feel in PTR? Only Chain Lightning, man. It's terrible. I don't like the Sork at all. They actually nerfed it in a lot of ways. They started putting caps on things, then nerfing the int required for like this burn damage. It's like laughable. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, dude, Sork needed buffs, not nerfs, man. We're getting caps on stuff, and then they were like, here, guys, Frigid Fate is now 18 instead of 15. What? Did you mean like 1800x? Like, if it was 1800x damage, cool, we're looking in the right direction. We're looking at, you know, we're getting towards barbarian levels of, you know, power. But I've always liked pen shot for open world content. The reason why is, well, it's just super satisfying to shoot once and then most of the stuff dies. But, you know, with Barrage, it's good too. It was a huge night and day difference between having and not having that aspect, though. Holy major diff. What are we at? 100. We need 125 for the amulet. Basically perfect gear, MW Frozen. What was it? MW Frozen? What? MW. Like Fractured Winterglass? I'm guessing is what you're talking about. Ooh, got a greater affix. But yeah, some classes are just not equal in games. You know, and for me, like, I understand that's just how some games are. Like, at least now they can patch the games, you know? Because when I grew up, like, when you bought a game, that was it. Like, there was no DLC or there's no patches. Heck, when I was a really young kid, like, when I was looking at, like, new games to buy, there was no go on the internet, see the gameplay. I was, like, looking at the back of the CD box back in, like, you know, GameStop. What the heck? Our character's stuck. I've never seen this. What? Like, what is this? Dude, I'm literally falling forever. I can't. Whoa. Okay, we're good. I have no idea what happened. Have you guys ever seen that glitch? I'm glad we got out of it. I don't know how. Unless I was like the boss's move or something. That was crazy. That happens to you during Lilith, huh? On Rogue or like So I wonder if it's like a rogue thing where maybe we used an ability wrong or something. Whirlwind Barb, Invulnerable God till pit 140. Yep. That's how it works, man. That is how the game is. Barb is just, it's just the class, man. It is the class. Like, if you play Diablo 2, you've probably seen that, like, you know, for most people, okay, I know it's super different from, like, the very, 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 very top 1% players, but it's pretty much, it's Sork, man. Sork dunks on most of the game's content, And the reason why is because, well, you have the ability to teleport. That's pretty big. And in Diablo 2, just be able to spam teleport. Like, unless you get Enigma, which is like a super endgame item. It's just not an option. Let me actually go back to D2. I still never played D2 Remodded, which is like, dude, I'm embarrassed to admit I have not played D2 Remodded. I play every single Diablo mod, and that one is like, I should have already played that. I should have been like already like, you know, 20, 30 video guides in. But it came out after like Diablo 4 came out, so. But I still want to, like, it's on the to-do list. Along with finishing Ghost Runner 2, finishing Baldur's Gate 3. But we will do it. Project Diablo 2? Ah. But does that one support Diablo 2 Resurrected or no? PTR ends when? I don't know the exact time, but today is the final day, guys. It's the last. No classic graphics? Oh, it's only the classic graphics? Or you're saying like you can't swap to classic mode in Project Diablo? Oh, we have to kill the monsters in here. Can we make it in time? Oh, look at that. We still made it? Crazy. Too good. And then after this, guys, we are going to be building a Necromancer build. We're going to be doing a Spirit Bomb. Whatever gives me the one that gives me Aether, I don't really care. I don't even really read them, to be honest. I just go, which one gives me more? Aether. I don't care about, like, having infinite energy. That's, like, we're not in Diablo 3's early launch or even this game's early launch. In the earlier game, like, you know, resource matters, but in late game, resources don't matter. Which is what I really like. I've never been a fan of the whole, you gotta build up your resources and then attack. I just let the people use the skill. I can understand if there's certain builds that, like the whole idea is to spend all your mana in one giant chunk for, like, a, you know, super powerful skill. Like, Bone Spirit is supposed to be kind of like that. Bone Spirit's supposed to be like the ultimate Omega ability. It's like the strongest ability in the Diablo world, I think. It's like one of the strongest abilities. So you're not really supposed to be able to spam it. So, I mean, now you can, though. They don't really, like, follow it. But I understand. No one wants, like, an ability that's, like, on a really long cooldown for the most part. I mean, they have ultimates in Diablo 4, but they're not, all kind of bad, to be honest. The only good ultimates are usually ones that empower you, like, you know, like Wrath of the Berserker or something like that. Wish you could select all of them. Hello, GRD. You seen this pen shot without combo points? Hell yeah, dude, we're one shot and everything. We're doing Pit 100, and I would say you're about two-shotting things. If there's any lead, if you activate this, you can. A lot of times you can 1- to 2-shot things as well in Pit 100. So it's very, very, very smooth. I think that the things are dying too fast for us to actually ramp up in the damage. I can just shoot at this thing and it'll kill everything. Well, as long as it's not ranged. But all the melee stuff will just die. Look at this. Boom. I can just shoot this. Okay, come over. Look, I just shoot this. It's great. We're almost at the end of the wave. Almost. Wait, that has a level. I wonder if there's some weird things you can do with the totem since it counts as an enemy. I bet you can probably do some really cool things. I like that idea in an item, just like something that, like, you know, just different you spawn in. Oh, is this one more rare? Aether, but okay, but damaging enemies doesn't really, like, yeah, it makes it easier for me to clear it out, but like I'm already one-shotting everything. But like it's because I have to, like, I didn't have any of the stone, so I like upgrade it. So one more minute. But don't worry about that Nightbot, that timeout command. It's just because it just detected that as a website because you put a dot. But yeah, GRD, you can play without combo points. I'll drop the build guide on this very soon. I'm just going to try to just get as much footage as I can today. Today's the final day. So my goal is to get one build out of Necromancer and one build out of Druid. A Hurricane Druid is what I plan to actually mess around with. So Hurricane Druid, and then also we're gonna need an amulet mod though. Unless I can roll it on my gear. I'm gonna double check on that. There's like one thing that we can do that seems kind of cool. Woo! Okay, I got two of the materials. Woo! That's really bad though. The rewards definitely need to be much better. But I'm finished. Well, thank you, AJ. Appreciate it, man. Think they'll ever make it where you can use melee and range abilities at the same time? I'm not sure what you mean by that. At the same time? Like a hybrid build? I mean, most builds will use like puncture to generate either combo points or resources or apply vulnerability, but not really to actually like to do damage though. The thing is that they kind of like shot themselves in the foot. Like, I get the idea of like some of the items, like for example like Grasp of Shadow, it's supposed to be all your core skills, but the problem lies within two different things. I still have to manually put in 5 points into whatever I want, right? So there's that problem number one. And then problem number two is on the Paragon board, they have glyphs that are like your marksman, your ranger, while wielding a dagger, or well, I think it's wielding a melee weapon, and then while wielding a ranged weapon. So they kind of like made it so you can't do it, but then they want you to do it because they put in things like close quarters combat. It's like really backwards. It's the same problem, honestly, in the way that it's just like a game design. Like, honestly, I think it's just like a bad game design decision, because it's like you want people to play hybrid, but then if anyone plays hybrid, they're severely punished. The only way that you can really help out is specifically making it so there's like one special unique item that, like, for example, this one wants you to use everything, right? So it would benefit it to say like your marksman count as cutthroat and your cutthroat count as marksman or something like so that way it's like a hybrid, right? And then like instead of it saying +9 to core skills, your core skills are equal to your highest core skill, if that makes any sense. Like your core skills gain points equal to your highest one. So then that way you alleviate all of the pressure from, you know, trying to divide all your points up and then you get 0 damage. Okay, well, we're going to be too late for the world boss. Not that it matters. There's not really anything that the world boss can drop that's good. But I think now we move on to the Necromancer, as I've been kind of wanting to make the Spirit Bomb build for a while. And I think we can finally fill that thing out. And what else do we need? I think that's it. Yep. Let's go for the Spirit Bomb. Necromancer time. Every build uses Lucian. That broken amulet and Ring of Stars, guys. Yep, Kawa, that is going to be required for the next season. Every single build will be playing those uniques. They're just too good. But it's okay. I mean, I don't mind, like, best in slot. Like, I used to play Diablo 2, and you know, Mars Kaleidoscope was pretty much best in slot as well for a lot of builds. And that's okay. I at least don't have a problem with it. Do you not like that system of there's an item that everyone plays? Well, they said they don't want that system, and everyone was like, oh, the Shaco getting nerfed, but I mean, there's only one of two options. Either there is no best in slot, or there is a best in slot. But I think the right mix-up is like, okay, this item's really good, but there are other options that are very good too. But for the most part, this is the best. Alright, so what we gotta go ahead and actually do is we need a Blood Moon Breaches, which is from Duriel. So I need to do some Duriel runs. Do I have Duriel mats? Oh, that's gonna be a negative until we go to all of our characters. So what I need to do is get the materials to farm Duriel, and it probably won't be that hard because we can get the resets now. So it's just regular Duriel, so we're gonna be able to farm it pretty fast. I mean, I'm gonna one-shot the dang thing. And where do we get the Blood Moon Breaches? It's only Duriel? Okay, that kind of sucks because Duriel requires, you know, a little bit more steps in it. Oh, I don't have any materials on this one. I do have the chest piece. I think I have the druid stuff already, right? I have to double check on something real quick, but I'm pretty sure we don't need that for this build. I actually don't even, I don't think I really even care for hardened bones. I actually like this a lot more. I think I have the druid, companion druid build, right? Make sure I have all the items too before I take apart this character. Okay, and then it's just Ring of Stars, guys. Okay, so we're good on that one. And so we can take apart this character. It's no big deal. Okay. Oh wait, someone just spammed. Oh, they had the eggs. Shoot. I didn't get to see their like battle tag though. But does anyone in the chat need to run Duriel? I should be able to carry it. I'm just doing regular, by the way. I mean, I have Stygian stones. If you guys want, I can contribute those. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna collect all of our eggs, all of our boss materials here. So it's eggs and this one. I think I have a bunch of these on my sorceress as well. Or no, my Sork. My rogue. What's the highest push in season 4? On the launch day, if you want to go, Kawa, you can check. I had the rank 1 push for Pulverized Druid when it got updated, which was a 107 at the time. But I don't really care to push. I don't really like pushing in Diablo. Like, I've been rank 1 for D3 many times, but in D4, like, you have to like submit it to like max roll, and then like they have to like approve it, and it takes time. And then I think they just stopped updating that website, to be honest. Which kind of sucks, because, like, where else are we supposed to go to, like, kind of compete, right? So, hopefully, Maxroll can update their site, like, a lot more frequently, or they could just build it in-game. That would be ideal, right? For Blizzard just to be like, okay, the gauntlet is no longer the leaderboard thing because there's really no point to doing gauntlet content. I don't know why gauntlet isn't at least like max level. Like, I think the gauntlet should have monsters level 200. That would be like a good baseline start. But I think that they don't really want to do that because then the boss needs to be difficult. And then people will die on the boss and be like, dude, the gauntlet's too hard. And then they don't play the gauntlet. But the gauntlet already is kind of in a spot where it's like, well, what's the point of it? It's the only competitive leaderboard, but it's not actually competitive. So the pit leaderboard should 100% be the thing. Doesn't make sense why it's not like that. What do I need from Duriel? So I need these pants called the Blood Moon Breaches. They are pants that give us some damage. Oh, wait, I might actually have them. People go see Chinese on Bilibili. Unlucky. I don't know. Why doesn't Maxroll, like, update their leaderboards? To me, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I have it already equipped. Sweet. Nice. What? Oh, no. I thought it was 100x. It is. But the minions have a chance to curse. Okay, whatever. I don't really care about that. We don't have to farm it, guys. Thank God. Oh, my gosh. I'm so happy I don't have to farm it. Oh, good. Save me some time, man. Alright, so we got the Blood Moon Breaches. And then it's just basically regular stuff, I think. Oh, but we need ranks to Bone Spirit. Wait, hold on. Maybe I have to go back to my other Necro. Sorry, guys. That looks really cool, though. Look at how cool our Necromancer looks. Alright. So we may need to get... Oh, no. You know, I just realized, guys. We are going to have to farm some sort of boss. It doesn't really matter which one, but we are going to have to farm a boss. And you know why we're going to have to farm a boss, guys? Because I just realized that we are missing all of our aspects on PTR. So we're going to have to farm it. But it's pretty fast now. Oh, I have a bunch of Blood for Lord Zir too. That's going to be fast. That one's actually really fast. Because we're going to need to get the tempering recipes. Now, are these for the... I don't know what character has what things for Bone Spirit, but I'm pretty sure we have a bunch of Bone Spirit. Okay, I have so like 2 pieces of gear for Bone Spirit. What do I got? Oh, it's for Bone Spear. The Bone Spirit stuff. Alright, so we're gonna have to roll that. Let's see if we have those rolls. Do we have those?
Father Black, what do you need?
Oh. Sever. Bone Spirit Explosion, is that what we want? No, we want... Oh, we want size and Bone Spirit damage. Okay, so the other one's probably in this one. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to farm it again. Damn, dude, I really hate that. Like, it's PTR, just give us the damn things, you know? Like, I shouldn't have to go farm the item so then I can test it out. It should just be like, I should be able to go to the NPC and just buy any aspect, any tempering recipe should just be given to your account. Your account just has all of it unlocked, you know? That's at least what I think should happen. Alright. So, for starters, we need to actually run just regular gauntlets, just with maybe like, let's see, crit. Let's see, what kind of gauntlets do we have? Then we can maybe mod. Okay, we can roll that into something else, that's fine. Oh, this has like damage, but the Bone Spirit damage could be one of them. And then the other one is what? Corpse Tendril size or whatever. I'm just going to reroll this one. I'm not really too worried about it. Let's go check here, because this is where I was storing all the other ones to reroll. Lucky hit, vulnerable. Overpower damage was actually okay, but we would want crit. I know that for sure. That one's like okay. We don't need attack speed though. Okay, so we have 2 gloves to kind of mess around with. And if I need to grab another one, we have another overpower, but then it has like really bad stats. Alright, let's see if we can just get these ones to be good, because these ones are okay enough. I don't think attack speed actually matters on this build. Oh, we're missing ranks to core skills. Oh, that's really bad. So we really want to try to hit... Oof. I forgot that we need to get the ranks to the core skills. Damage over time is kind of worthless on this. What is this one for? A rapid? I don't know what this was really made for, but either way. Oh, we don't have the thing anyways. Like, I don't have the tempering recipe, so we can't even do that yet. But this build, I don't even know what oh, we gotta do the Paragon board. Alright, so I'm actually looking at 2 Paragon boards right now. So let's see. Oh, both running the same thing. Okay. Control on the starter. Wow, they're going all the way out here? I guess they just don't need the armor? I feel like that's like not that bad for 1 point to just get the armor. You get like 250 armor. Because this way you could save on like the temper potentially. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's better the other way, but bone graft on this one. Oh, these are actually exactly the same. I wonder if they copied each other. Okay, so bone graft, and we want Gravekeeper. That's like so far away. Oh, we don't need the essence on kill. Okay. Alright, this is gonna take me a second. Sorry if I'm not reading chat for like a minute, because I need to finish this. It's probably gonna be like 5 minutes. Gravekeeper. We don't get the bone damage, dang. That additive bone damage. Rip that idea. You lose out on all that crit too. Okay, so the next one is Flesh Eater Corporeal. Actually, doesn't matter. Oh, does it matter which way we go? No, because we don't touch the top anyways. It actually doesn't matter. I get that ultimate damage though. What is this one granting? It goes all. Oh, whoops! We what, one more into the dex. Oh. Wait. Okay. And then we need this to have int. Guess we can just grab these. Oh, we'd have to put one in there and then we can take the other one out. we're good. Okay, cool. We're done. So with that board done, we go on to the next one, which is for, what is it? Cult Leader. Cult Leader, Dead Racer. I hate that glitch where like it doesn't let you place the thing sometimes, and it only lets you like rotate it. Done this way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Oh, because it's damage reduction to minions versus getting what? Willpower? It's not like you go down and grab any of these, so like... It's fine. It doesn't really matter too much. Because you're gonna go down it. I guess you go down here anyways, but... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it is actually more efficient the other way. You save 1 point, so it's better this way. So Dead Razor. Oh, excuse me. All right, I think we're on our last board now. Oh, second to last. Third to last? Was it 6? Okay. So what are we at? What's this one? Cult Leader? Bloodbath. So you get 7 on this one. Okay. All right, last one, guys. And this one is... Oh, this one's Essence. I like how they alphabetize them. Did we get 1 extra? Oh, you actually do get 1 extra. Okay. It's more crit damage. And then final one is Sent to the Death to Dominate. Dominate, which is for Overpower. All right, we done goofed somewhere. Maybe it was these. Maybe that one was a bad idea, Kappa. Oh no, we gotta find out how we done messed up. That's fine. I know that there's like 1 extra one in here, so we can just remove, or is it this one? We'll lose 19 additive damage, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Ideally, we'd find out where it is. Let's see, 25, 40. But I'm not really too worried about it. Sometimes what happens is if you drag, you accidentally click on one. Like if I'm like, okay, I want to move, it doesn't even let you do it when you click and drag. But maybe we just touched one. All right, let's just remove that one, and we'll be fine. Yeah, because it's still 25. Okay, cool. I'm not worried about penny pinching for 20 additive crit. All right, so next thing up is we're gonna be running the brand new Path of Trag Whoop. We gotta run the pants. The Blood Moon. Oh, is it 2 words? There we go. Those are the pants. That's the pants we want. And then we also need to get, we don't need to run Pain Gorgers. We need one of these, but we need it to roll with the core skill. And I'm not going to roll it until later. So I guess we'll just run whatever for now. Alright, so what are the aspects? So it's Hardened Bones. Oh, we want essence per second. Ooh, okay, so what we need on this is kind of rough. It's going to be essence per second. Oh, and ranks to Macabre. Ooh, that's going to be very tough to get everything to get perfect on the chest piece, but we're on BTR, so it's gonna be not too bad. Where's chest? So, dang, we ideally need a greater affix too. Oh, you want recruiter affix on the other one, but I don't know if we can get away without essence per second. That's one thing I'm kind of like worried about. So I think we might actually have to get another chest. Tunic. I'm not gonna be super picky.
Fair bit of magic.
Dude, it's so bad how like it's so slow. Like, look, I'm buying something and it just takes so long. Let me see if I have one already, because we need this specifically the essence. Essence per second. I might have. All right, here I got some boots with essence per second too, if we need it. 2, so I can mess one up. Dang, we do not have essence per second on a chest piece.
Take a chance, wanderer.
Like, look at this. I'm right clicking so fast, but look, it's giving me 1. Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow? Okay.
Not much, is it?
There's yeah, it's not very good. We need +2 Macabre skills. Ideally, that would be greater affix, but... Oh, wait. Are we in, like, World Tier 1? Oh, my... That's such a dumb thing. I didn't even notice that. But it still doesn't matter. It's still going to be super slow. Why do they make these trees with so much bait? Yeah, is Whirlwind strong? Yes. Yeah, Whirlwind, Wessie is very, very strong. Sorry, I was doing the Paragon board for a minute over there. But I can read chat again. Thank you, Blacksparrow. Yeah, Wessie, Whirlwind is a very strong build. If you check my most recent YouTube video on Whirlwind, you can see the most recent one. And you'll see that it performs very well in Season 5 as well. So you'll be good to go. Why do they would want it to have armor too? Dang. Essence per second. Okay, now it seems like, oh, it was good for a second there.
Have been answered.
Nope.
Very nice. Oh, bad luck. Try again.
So go again.
I can break that down.
There. It seems your prayers have been answered.
It's like it'll work for a second and then it'll just break.
But could be better. It seems your prayers have been answered.
Ooh, Macabre skills armor. Ooh, we got it, guys. I mean, ideally, yes, greater affix, but
Until next time.
I'm not going to be that pushy right now. because it's just BTR and it's more so just a test out. But again, if you want the players to be able to test out, you got to let them test it out ASAP versus having to sit there, re-roll and stuff. It's not what I would consider like efficient use of time for the player. We're looking for essence per second. There we go. There it is, guys. We got it. It is finished. Awesome. So we got our essence per second. Alright, so we got that. Next step. Alright, what's the next step? Grasping veins. Okay. Grasping veins. Is that in both builds? So I'm actually looking at 2 builds to kind of cross-reference them. So it looks like Hardened Bones, Grasping Veins, Banished Lord's Talisman. I know I have it. I hope I don't have to search for it. Cool, I didn't have to search for it. I don't actually know if you need... Well, I mean, it does guarantee the overpower. That actually is probably too big to lose out on because it's too much of a different multiplier. Oh, and they don't even run Starless Skies. I guess it's because you don't really spam your skills. But how do you take use out of Crown of Lucian? Raise skeleton. Ah, you want the skeletons for corpses. So you get 30x overpower and crit strike damage. Okay. So it looks like we just used the one to have some corpses. Alright, so here's what our skill bar is. Oops. So I want... one could be there. That's fine. Corpse tendrils. So what I want to do is Decrepify. And if we want a Bone Prison, we can. And then we need a Bone Spirit. Looks good. And then corpse tendrils every once in a while. Okay, looks like that's our bar. Okay. And we already have our... I think we're pretty much set up then right now, right? We gotta put in the aspects, but that's fine. Oh, I need rings. I guess I want, what, crit on rings? Oh, we need the aspects too. And we actually put, I guess, some resistances over there. So we're gonna have to remove Starless Skies. So we need some good rings, apparently. Just anything with crit is fine. I'm not gonna be super picky. Just this one can maybe be used. We can roll off that one. That's fine. We actually need to get resistance on our rings. Oh no. Yo, you can just get int. But how are we applying vulnerability though? With Bone Prism only? The sacrifice bonuses. You gain more essence per minion? Why don't just run like the sacrifice thing? Like, why do you need the corpses? I don't get why you'd want the corpses on the Reapers when you can get, like, basically a huge multiplier on all of the things. So you can get 25 resistances, or crit strike chance by 10. Or you can have them carve the flesh off enemies. But I guess against bosses you wouldn't have any way to generate corpses for Corpse Tendril if you don't have that. So you can swap Corpse Tendrils. And the thing that's nice, it does group up everything for yourself, so it's probably the only way to generate corpses. So the new boots give us Bone Prism cooldown, which is something you can't really get. So I think that's going to make it worth it. And you get placed into bone skills, and does that count? This is a bone skill, right? Oh, it does, so it counts towards it. That's awesome. Alright, cool. So we're gonna also need to get plus ranks there, and then we already have plus ranks here. So we get plus ranks here. That counts as a core skill as well. We'll also need to get much better ring. We're gonna have some okay rings for now. And then we do want to swap items because these are not 925s. And I'm guessing you would want a sword. Any sword is fine. That has crit. We need a sword, and then we need a offhand, which is probably not going to be a shield. What do they call it here? A focus? Not going to call it focus. Ideally, we just get one that has crit. I'm not going to be super picky. Maximum resource is actually good too. So we just roll crit instead of like max life or it, and that's fine. And then this, ideally we get a sword.
It seems your prayers have been answered.
Overpower damage. Oh, that actually works. We might actually have a sword with overpower though. Like a greater affix. Whoops. Let's go look for that. I'm pretty sure we'll have one that has an overpower. Look for a greater affix overpower one. These are all legacy stuff. Alright. Oh, we want a one-handed. Overpower, there we go. But then it has like damage and strength, so let's see if we have a different one. Strength thing. I mean, like, it has life at least, but I don't know if I really care too much about having more HP. I want that crit damage. That's what we'd ideally want. We can roll off the strength to another thing, but it is technically all just additive damage anyways. Like, it's such a low amount. Like, that stat is not really good. Alright, well, we'll just reroll this one. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. So we're going to roll this one when we get the chance. And then for the focus, we already have it. Okay, cool. We just need to roll crit. Maximum resource is the thing that we would want. Oh, we actually want to get cooldown reduction too. Damn. We might actually have to reroll for this. But we need to get our tempering recipes first, so that's going to be a first step. So we're going to go mod everything. But give me a sec. I'm going to grab a quick water. I'll be back in like 10 seconds, and then we will indeed play. I think we're ready to play. Alright. So this might actually be better than the other one. If we get really unlucky and we get bad rolls. Oh, we have another overpower one. But the other one, what's weird is they give you 920 item power, which is like really dumb because 925 is the max. Why would they give you the test of something worse? Ooh, DJ's already awake. We stayed up super late. Oh, it's broken? I don't think he'd ever put his profile on private. I think it's just like a glitch.
forge is always
So, yeah, we gotta go throw on the aspects over here. So, what do you mean, hearted bones? Do I not have a perfect one either? Unlucky, we're one off. Then we had grasping veins. And then we have blood moon, and then sacrificial. Yes, that's what I was talking about. But we'll see how much crit we get. I'm wondering if you would want to run a two-hander, then you could hit for like more damage than you could before, right? Is it swelling for? Oh, okay, no. That's. I was thinking of the one for the sorceress, which just gives you. Oh, it's because you get more essence per minion. That's unfortunate. We don't have the highest one, but. Alright, so now we gotta fill it up with gems, and then we're finally then ready to play. So many steps to try to test things out. Am I gonna try the first ascent? Yes, Heartless, we'll definitely be trying that out. Definitely, man. Yeah, first Ascendant, and then also Guild Wars is getting an expansion pack as well, and we'll be playing that.
look beautiful and handy.
We need four of these rubies. So 4 rubies, 2 emeralds. Alright, so what do we need? Well, 24 won't really solve everything. 2 diamonds would be plus 16, which would put us at 56. So that still wouldn't be enough to actually keep us up, which means we need some sort of extra resistances somewhere, which is unfortunate. But it's for now, it's going to be multiple diamonds.
Hakarat's blessing.
It won't fix all of them. Oh wait, do we have like crazy amounts of extra shadow? Oh, okay. Dang. How do they even res cap? Are they even res capped? Because like we're like almost there. We're just like, let's see. I feel like if we sacrifice the minions, that one would like instantly fix it. But in the Paragon board, if you tag non-physical, it tags all the resistance ones. So it's, I don't know if we can remove. Bone crit strike chance is really good. I don't really want to sacrifice that one. There's extra resistances over here. We don't have any points. Unless we just remove this, like, life and damage, which, I mean, I think you actually gain more survivability from having more, to be at least res capped for now. Okay, how are we doing now? Okay, that's much better for now. Later, if I do want to swap things up, we can. Alright, so, yeah, we're gonna go do the regular Varshan, which we should just, like, be able to one-shot him, no problem. This is a regular one, so. But anyone else in the chat excited about any other newer games coming out? For me, Last Epoch's getting some expansion, so we'll check that out. There's supposed to be Titan Quest 2, I don't know if that's coming out anytime soon. I was originally pretty hyped for Dragon Age, there's, like, gonna be a new Dragon Age game. But, after seeing some of the feedback from like their first little reveal, which didn't really show off gameplay, and I feel like when you don't show off gameplay and your game is releasing that soon, that's kind of a bad sign. But I don't know if any of you guys remember Mass Effect Andromeda. That game kind of came out really underbaked, so hopefully it won't be one of those. We have all 4 parts. Oh, it's the hand. We need the hands. Alright, let's go. So yeah, we're gonna be testing out Bone Spirit. Now, we may need to get all of these to have like a lot of masterworking done, and if we don't, what will happen is we don't have enough resource to just constantly spam the ability, which is really bad. What's a cold res? We're 30 something above. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go on that. No problem at all. All right, let's go in and see what the boss is gonna be looking like, man. I think we can one-shot him. I mean, if we hit him on an overpower, it definitely will. And we have like, do we have any source of like essence generation other than like the essence per second? Because if not, that's like actually kind of bad. Okay, we one-shot him anyways. So the reason why we're doing this right now, guys, is I actually don't have the tempering recipes that we need. And one of the tempering recipes that we need is like bone something. What is it? We don't really need decrepify size. We need bone spirit damage. That's what we want. That's pretty much it. Yeah, just bone spirit. Oh, then also casting a macabre skill. Do they consider it mobility or they consider it like a resource? Ah, here we go. No, that's all I give you. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, these are all for rogue? Do they actually title all of these? Companion... Okay. What is that thing called? Oh, it doesn't even tell you the name. Okay, so it's called Invigoration. So we need Invigoration and then whatever the other one is. So we have to keep on farming him. It's almost dead though. Ooh, we got plus more essence over there. Cool. It's weird. Sometimes it feels like it does 0 damage, but maybe I needed to decrepify it. Do we get any of the... Nope. Just gonna make this our little trash pile. Unless we get something that's really useful. Like this actually might not be that bad because it has crit and it's got resistances, and it would really help me out cap resistances. But I'm trying to understand how you can play this build with like this helmet. I know this helmet is like the best thing in the game, but the problem that I have with it is like you have to keep on spending things and that stacks up. And like Bone Spirit actually has so it says it's 12 cooldown, but what's that 3? It's like 60 mil right there, boom. Easy. Unfortunately though, it did not give us the item that we want. So I guess the combo would then be... Get this. Can we have corpse centrals? Oh, I need to activate the bone person. There's so many steps to this build. It's not a very beginner-friendly build at all. I have to kind of learn the build. I done goofed on it. So there's like okay damage. It's just this one. Watch this. This one will now one-shot watch. So decrepify, throw him in there, boom. Okay. So I understand how to play it now. It's just I had to learn it. I got it. We may have to just throw out one. Let's see if we can... It has to be on an overpower. Problem is that it's really hard to see how close we are on Banished Lords. Execution. Sever to cast twice. I wonder what happens if you get Sever to cast 2 times and you have the thing where it is changed into a mobility skill. Unfortunately, these items just suck. Like, what this needs to give you, instead of like cold res, like that damage to chilled enemies needs to be like a 1000%. Like if you gave it that number, people would maybe actually be interested in that item. But and it's unfortunately there's just a lot of items in this game that are just no good. Like they have no place. It's crazy that Varshan is only like the level 75 one, and my character like is almost getting wrecked by it. Like it shouldn't be that hard at all. Penitent Greaves. I remember when everyone liked running those. It was really cool. Unfortunately, no good. Alright, so the first one's just gonna be shot, just so it kind of shoots out. And we need to run. What's it? There we go. To get another. Is Chrono Lucian live? It's PTR only at the moment. So yeah. The Chrono Lucian is definitely gonna be super OP. Every build's gonna want to use it. I got him down halfway, but like in between, like not being able to have that tempering. Oh man, it is really rough. Oh, the thing bugged out. Lovely. Actually, we can just leave dungeon. But once we get that temper, our character will be able to recover from their mana loss. But it's not an easy build to play. I probably wouldn't even recommend this build at all. Oh, my bad. I forgot to reset the world. You're supposed to be able to keep on doing the bosses again and again, but after a certain point, it kind of glitches out. Necromancer looks really cool though. Like the skin. Alright. Let's go to this. Oh, we have an extra skill point? Oh. Okay. I really wanted to run, oh, you wouldn't get the bonus anyways. Oh, we're not armor capped? Oh, we're not armor capped. Oh. So we'll need to armor cap by masterworking this. Oh, we have actually a lot of masterworking to do, but I just don't have the correct thing, which is specifically for the bone spirit. Unfortunately, not yet. Not yet. Soon though. Soon though. But when you're out of like resource in this build, it feels so bad, like incredibly bad. Like we literally can't even play. Like it's getting to, I don't even want to run the blood mist. But see how I just literally do nothing. I mean, I can shoot him with this, but this is just gonna tickle him. It will empower the next bone spear though. Because it will give us more resources. Maybe I should have just built like a quick minion build to farm this. If anyone needs Varshan, let me know. You guys are welcome to join on PTR. If you guys want to join up and get free materials. We're looking for just one specific item. Which is just some of the tampering recipes to test out. it's just not dropping. So it's 2 of them that we need to. And 1 for like some sort of resource. That was really fast on that one. They nerf minions? Oh, we're not playing minions at the moment. I mean, like, we have technically some minions, but like that's not the build. The whole build is based off of bone spirit. But what we're doing now is tempering recipes. Trying to get lucky and get that tempering recipe. Can these guys drop things when they spawn? I'm actually kind of curious. No. Drop corpses though. Does this generate essence? Okay, it does. Dude, who was not dropping tempering recipes? Ooh, we got corpse tendril size, which is usable. Like, we could craft that on some stuff, but it's something I don't really care about. Like, it's a skip for me. So hopefully we can get that thing to drop pretty soon. But like you can see, we're able to one-shot him once we do the full combo. But it's not what I would consider like the easiest build to play, because you have to hit that overpower. You guys ready? Boom. Summoning augments. No, we don't want that. Like, it might actually be faster if we just go back to town and just run Bone Spear, just for the time being. The reason why is I can just keep on spamming. I can't go back to town? Why? Oh, this is weird. It was letting me go back to town. Oh wait, why don't we run a mace on this since every attack overpowers anyways? That's actually big brain. Last season's minions were too powerful. It wasn't fun. Well, yeah, minions are definitely a very powerful class. Hey, how the movement speed feels though. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap to Bone Spear really quick, which is basically just swapping from these points over to what's our crit strike chance? 38. Wow, that's pretty bad. The reason why I just want to swap to this right now is it'll just give me some more damage. It'll be a lot smoother. Heck, where that Ring of Starless guys at? Throw that bad boy in there. And then now let's actually just kill it again and again really fast. And then we'll swap back to it once we get the build up and running. But yeah. Is it like ZDPS? What's going on? Is it like worse? What's going on? Okay, there's doing like 0 damage. Ooh, I think we got one. Bone Spirit Explosion. Okay, so that's one of them. Now we need the size. I'm sorry, we have the size. We need the damage. Can we just run Lochran's Talisman for now? I think it'll just be much better. Yeah, this seems way faster now. I know the other one can one-shot, but like, It's just so smooth just to spam this. It's like super duper smooth. The other one is kind of like, eh. You have to wait for the cooldowns, and like I don't have the correct like gear for it at the moment. How come I have no resource? What's going on? Oh, I think Varshan. I forgot. Varshan, I think, has like mana burn or something. And we're gonna run out of resources before we even get the item. Unlucky did not get. Dang, how many tries is it gonna take to get the tempering recipes? I'm really hoping we can get it. It's like soon. Profane finesse. Gotta put all the items in the corner over here. Tell me just like one shot him instantly. Oh wait, did we get one? Oh, it's blood finesse. Ah. Now if I throw this one in, does it make the eggs disappear? I don't think so. Because we should be getting one every single time, but there's a couple where I felt like it went away after though. Oh, it broke. Sometimes that thing can break, which is really unfortunate. Rip all the legendaries. All gone. Alright, so let's go reset, and we're going to continue to hope that we get the thing that we're looking for. I was like, I guess you know what we could do? We could try another boss. Let's try another boss. Someone was telling me that like certain bosses have a higher chance to drop something, and it seemed like it was kind of true. Like if you want a very specific aspect, you like a cold versus a different one. Like we can go do it Lord Zir for a little bit. Maybe he drops the bone stuff. I'm trying to think which one will drop the bone, because it's vampire. So, oh, you know what? I'm thinking he's a vampire, so he'd be dropping blood stuff, right? That would make the most sense. Now I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it did seem like when we did Gregor, like I don't know, 5 times he dropped 2 lightning ones. So in my head I was like, okay, well he obviously is lightning based, so he does lightning ones, right? Or like Beast and Ice, obviously, well he drops cold one. Varshan is fire because well it's the only other element. I think that's when we were on the sorceress trying to get like I think we were trying to get one of the tempering recipes for ice armor. The best mythic for Heartseeker Rogue, oh 100% right now in the live server, Harlequin. But if you're playing on PTR, I would craft Ring of Starless Skies in like every build. I think it's too good, man. without running that one thing on the pet necromancer build, the movement speed definitely feels so much slower. I know we could run a different pair of boots, and we probably should, but this is like +2 to bone skills. Right, so we can run this four times. Give us everything. I know, man. Oh, blood augment. See, I swear the different ones, like, see, I'm telling you, the blood, which one would be the bone? Because, right, that makes the most sense. If we get one more blood one, we're going to go do, like, Gregor. Oh, we got a Greater Affix Razor Plate. I don't know if you can make a really good Thorns build on the PTR. I have the augments to do it. Well, the Lord's Ear is way easier than Varshan. Varshan felt like he had way more HP. Like, I feel like a pretty big difference. Dude, he's night and day difference. Like, hugely different. This Visage is actually kind of a cool item. Yeah, he drops blood stuff. Okay. Interesting. I'm guessing Gregor would drop bone. Because the other one was dropping, like, curse stuff, minion stuff, so my only other option... Oh, he could... No, Varshan would be Shadow. He definitely is like Shadow. Alright, so what we would need then is we need to get Living Steel. I don't know if I have any though. I'm gonna go check all my characters. Dang, I only got only two Living Steel. Alright, well, we're gonna go through all my characters because it might be a little bit faster. Public Farm Realm, I like that. Not the public farm realm. Yeah, I know, seriously. Like, what I think was really, like, a really big, like, thing is, like, not getting all the tempering recipes was a pain. That was not what I would consider ideal, optimal gameplay. I don't think we have any on the mules. I have to go through all the characters to see if we can get any living steel on any of them. No living steel on this one. I don't know if we want to do Andariel as well, but that could be an option. I probably have a bunch of those because I never really use those. What do we have for Andariel materials? So what, 2 of each? I'm gonna start depositing those. PTR 6. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. You know, I don't think we're getting PTR 6 though. As far as I'm aware of, we're not getting it. The reason why is 6 is at the same time as the new season, or the new expansion. And I think that at that point, it's just going to be like the expansion. I don't know if we even get like a new season, but that's fine. It's like, I understand. There's a new expansion. That's enough. That's enough already. There's a new class, man. I'm so excited about that new class too. Oh, that's going to be awesome. What's up, Will? Good morning, man. What's cracking? We are making a Bone Spirit Necromancer, Spirit Bomb one. I actually already have the thumbnail. I've been waiting to use this thumbnail for so long. Oh, we have so much on this character. Hell yes. Alright, so I'm excited now because I don't have to go farm. I was thinking in my head, dude, I'm going to have to go farm the living steel and all the materials, and I'm just like, I really don't want to do that. Really. I am begging not to do that, and we don't have to, which is awesome. Alright, so now we go play Necromancer. And I actually might build this Necromancer on the live server. The difference is there is a damage difference. Oh, you know what? Doing this on live server is a really bad idea. You want to know why? Actually, I already have some of the gear. Because it requires like a greater affix to balls. Alright. Let's go Gregor first. Because Gregor's like, from what I remember, Gregor's like super smooth and easy. The only one that I feel like is a little bit difficult out of like the lesser ones is Varshan and Beast and Ice. Those ones are too. Does it take 10 episodes to charge? No. It'll be condensed. We basically get it does require a setup though. It's not just like you just spam Bone Spirit again and again. So there's actually like a couple problems that the build has, and I don't know if it's ever fixable. So you either have to cast like a Bone Spear to make the enemy vulnerable, or you ideally use Bone Prison, but Bone Prison has a really long cooldown, so you need to get your cooldown reduction on your pieces of gear, so you need cooldown reduction, and you also need a lots of resource generation, so ideally in your chest piece you have greater affix essence per second, and then with the boots, it does give you cooldown reduction on one skill, so it's usable. There's also this other brand new pair of boots that I think can be good too. Because right now they're bugged, and if there's no corpse for corpse tendrils, you can still use it. But I don't want to make a build around that, because I think that will, like, it's obviously not intended to do that. I mean, unless it does work. I mean, that'd be pretty funny. You get, I think, like, it's called Rachnos Wake. I wish we didn't have to walk to the bosses. I wish, like, it would just be right there. Like, we could just TP and it would put us, like, right here. Let's see what he drops. I thought that this made things vulnerable. Oh, it doesn't. Well, the more you learn, man. And then he has to do his little cool animation that he does every single time. Oh, Bone Finesse, so he drops bone stuff. Oh, thank God we got it. We got Bone Spirit damage. Okay, so the next thing that we need is another recipe. We have 2 out of the 3 that we need now. I don't know. I don't think Andariel drops any of the recipes, though. I hope we don't have to do Beast and Ice. The other one, I think it's a bone-related one, so I'm pretty sure if he's dropping the bone ones. Just in the one after casting a Macabre skill, you gain like essence, because otherwise we have no essence with Bone Spirit, and that's no good. But on the PTR, you have to farm it again, which I really don't like. I already have it on the live server. Thorn Army. What does that one actually do? Minions inherit a percent of your thorns. I'm guessing it's like utility? Oh, so you can get all your minions, or one of them can inherit like more. Thorns while fortified. I think it should just be like all your minions, but like I know the other one goes up. But I guess, yeah, I think you would just run all the minions, because then if the monster attack cleaves, like let's say it's like some sort of like big swipe right on a boss, you have all of them proc. It can be kind of strong, right? But hopefully, man, it'll drop. Hopefully they can buff up Penitent Greaves to go crazy. I actually really like these boots. Damn, we got Greater Affix and Perfect Roll. It feels so bad to throw them away, but like, what am I supposed to do with them? Did he drop 2 Shards of Agony that time? I swear it looked like 2, but maybe I forgot to pick up one, like in the previous one. Alright, so the next thing that we can do, Beast and Ice, unfortunately, is still bugged. They haven't fixed that, so we can't even do Beast and Ice. We could go do Lord Zier in hopes that we get it. And go see if any other characters that I have Living Steel. If anyone in the chat has Living Steel and you want me to kill the boss for you, I'm more than happy to do it, because I need to go farm it. Otherwise I'm going to have to go to Hell Tides and farm it, which honestly I don't really want to do. Because all I need is one tampering recipe, but without that recipe the build doesn't work, so I can't just forgo the recipe. If it was just like, oh, I'm missing some damage, I would still try out the build. But if it's missing that thing, it doesn't work. Unfortunately. Now I have to go check out all my characters, see if I have any Living Steel or any of the other boss materials is fine. What are these? This is from a PvP character. I think that's actually my first rogue that I ever made. You have 700 but not in PTR. Ah, I gotcha. I'm pretty sure how it works though is if you already get all of them from one, it just lets you get the other ones from the other characters. You got a lag spike? Ah. The PTR is very laggy. So, it's a very normal thing, unfortunately. I think Varshan. The reason why I want to do Varshan because the Lord Zier will give you blood stuff, and the blood stuff I don't need at all. I have no interest in testing out the blood stuff. It doesn't look like it's good at all. And there's no need to test out the Sever buffs because, well, it has a cooldown. Like, you can't make a build that has that's based off of a cooldown if you can't reset it. Could you imagine though if they didn't even have this PTR and if we had those Chain Lightning Sorceresses running around doing that damage? I mean, I wouldn't even mind it if they come out live like that. It's an awesome build, man. But the unfortunate part is I think that they'll probably nerf it. I'm hoping they won't, but you never know. Bash Barb technically was known and it came out the way it is, and then they tried to patch it and tell everyone that it was additive damage, and it just. And then everyone got mad, then they went and literally they deleted that post. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. But they said Bash was going to be additive. And I remember Wudicho and Rob, they made their videos saying like Bash Barb is dead, man. It was a huge nerf though. And then Blizzard literally just deleted it out of the post. They said it was supposed to be it was supposed to be additive, but it read, or it's supposed to read additive because it was actually acting as multiplicative. And then everyone got really mad. I remember on Reddit. I'm done with this game. Blizzard's nerfing everything. They nerf all the fun. But I never think you should nerf. What is this? Bone Spirit cooldown. But we don't need that one. We specifically need to get the resources. Otherwise, no resource equals we cannot play. But it's like every 3 seconds. Anyways, it's not like the cooldown's really that important for that. The cooldown is actually more important to get your Bone Prison. Cooldown reduction would be good. Alright, so our last one, I think, until we go back to town. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on, give it to me. Yes, we're done, guys. We finally got it. How long did that take, man? That took like 30 minutes. Not what I consider optimal, but like, we're finished, so it doesn't really matter. As long as we get it done, we'll get it done. Wait, we don't run Shatter, right? Alright, we run this one. Okay. Alright, so now we can go temper all the stuff that we need. So, starting right off with the Bone Spirit damage or crit. I don't really care, to be honest. Okay, it's bone damage. Well, the Bone Spirit one is like way higher. It's like triple, so we probably want that one. But we also need to make sure that we get this, because without this, the build doesn't work. So it's a 1 in 3 chance. Casting a Macabre skill restores up to some energy. Oh, we got the bottom roll on that one. Unlucky. Okay, can we push our luck on this one? What does this one have that's good? No, that's whatever, I don't really care. $16. Alright. Ideally we want bone, crit. Okay, crit strike chance is fine. So we want Bone Spirit Explosion. That's Bone Spirit for twice. We want that. Ideally we just get that bone damage, but I'm not going to look for perfect rolls at all here. Okay, cool. Let me make it like, you know, a little bit bigger. That'd be good. Where's the other one that had that cooldown reduction? Oh, we don't need Lucky Hit Trance though. It's kind of like a worthless stat. But this one does have crit strike chance, which is something we desperately need. But I'm gonna actually roll off the Lucky Hit, but Bone Spirit Explosion. But we can also re-roll the. I can go get more. You have to go get obols. This one really can't roll bad. Okay, we got it. So with this, we're gonna roll that Lucky Hit chance. The additive damage one is bad, and we can't use Lucky Hit on this. Even though that was their nice greater affix over there. So what we're looking to roll on this one is specifically getting, like, it rolls life very, very commonly, but we need to get cooldown reduction. which is not an easy thing to hit, to be honest. Cool down reduction. Ooh, max resource is not even a bad stat either, though. Ideally, we would probably want like max resource, crit chance. I mean, should we just go get one? Like, max resource, because this one has like the additive damage, which is actually really bad. Like, we ideally want max resource to be like a roll on the item. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a character for Obols, and yeah, we're gonna do that. Obols, Obold. So we're just gonna keep on making characters and deleting characters, making them and deleting them. The strong blood build with any of the new uniques. Oh, if they update the uniques, sure, definitely. What's up, Hog? How you doing? So we're just gonna go do this, and then we just go delete character, as long as we grab the Obols. Are you playing the PTR, Hog? So we have to do this 3 times, and we go back, and we get 2,500 Obols. I'm doing good, just unfortunately with the PTR you have to still farm the gear. It's a long process, but at least we get the PTR. Like, I'm grateful that we have it, just because it gives content creators a bunch of stuff to do. and then what they get to show off all gets deleted if it's like the best build, which I don't know, sometimes things make it through. The Bash Barbarian slept, like it got through, like it didn't take any nerfs at all. I'm hoping that that's going to be the case, and everything else is going to be going through, with the exception of maybe Chain Lightning. Like I want it to come out full power. It can come out super overpowered, broken. I don't care. Like, just let the Sorceress be good, because the last season for Sorceress was super underwhelming. So hopefully they can do that. So now we're going to hope. Not like, yeah, D3 PTR, you can just get all of the new gear, right? You get all the new gear instantly. And I don't know why they don't just either give you infinite Obols, or... Like, if they give us infinite Obols, that would be somewhat of like a okay workaround.
Oh, but fair bit of magic in that one.
So we're looking for crit max resource cooldown reduction. So any combo of 2 out of those 3 is a win. Anything else, no good.
There's that. Take a chance, one. It seems your prayers have been answered.
Put these in here to save room.
Not much.
Looks like the PTR is a lot smoother now, though. Crit. Ah, we got lucky hit chance. Unlucky.
The forge is always hot.
Hopefully we can get one on this next rotation. Alright, cooldown reduction. Nope. We want that maximum resource too. That'll give us a lot more damage. I don't even know why I'm throwing these on the ground. I'm just gonna go salvage regardless. It looks like we're gonna have to go back. Damn, that's unlucky. Nothing I can do about it though. The reason why we have to get the stats is if we don't get the stats, we cannot play the character properly. Whoops, oh no. Man, that would have been very disappointing. Although I really only need the tempers. So, oh, I guess we would have to farm the Blood Moon Breaches again, which would not be fun. Yeah, the D3 PTR gives you like the option to buy like one thing. It usually has like all your characters' new gear for the most part. Sometimes there's like an item or two that you may need to go get, but for the most part, it gives you enough to the point where like it's not that much of a grind. I just wish they gave us infinite Obols. I think that'd be like the easiest solution, is just make the Obol cost 0, and then people can just get their gear eventually. That's probably the easiest quick fix, I would say. Easy quick fixes infinite obols, and the reason why is that gives you infinite aspects. That also gives you infinite aspects, infinite gold, infinite materials. Although they should just make it so you have infinite everything. But the quickest way is infinite obols because it will solve everything. All right, so we got 2,000. I don't know if it's worth it to create the next one. I mean, you get 1/4 of the value, because the other ones you get 1,000 each, but the maximum that you can carry is 2,500. I don't even know why there's a maximum. Like, it's not like you can trade it. I think that they should just make a lot of the things I've noticed in the game. Once you play the game enough, you actually like can't hold gems anymore. And there was also like Rawhide had that problem too, but they eventually kind of fixed those numbers. But hopefully they can fix that too, because it makes the game look broken when you have like items that you can't pick up because it's like you have too many, and it's supposed to auto pick it up, and then just keeps on flipping the item again and again. And if you play on console, there's actually a problem because your character tries to pick it up, because your pickup is still bound to the same button as attack for some builds. And what that does is makes it so your character can't pick up items because it tries to pick up the other item that you have too much. Anyone thought about checking out First Ascendant? Oh yes, Headshot. It doesn't come out till tomorrow. You can only download the game right now, but we will definitely be playing when it comes out. I actually have several YouTube videos of that already, like, because I played in the previous alphas and betas, and the game is pretty cool. I don't know what they're doing with monetization, as far as I'm aware of. People were complaining because like you have to buy colors, like you have to buy if you want to dye your outfits. I don't care. Like, it's a free game. You can charge me $1,000 for like color changing. I don't care. As long as there's no pay to win, I'm in. Now if they add like different like characters, which I'm sure that you can buy them, but I know that like there's like some sort of like blueprints, and then like if you want the character now, you can like unlock it now if you pay more. And like I hate that system, but if it's only like one character, right? And if I have to spend $10 to get my favorite character, it's okay, whatever. I'll pay for it. Like, it's a free game. This one's an okay one, but it's like bottom rolls of maximum, bottom roll cooldown reduction, so. Will I take this one? I'm thinking about it. Ideally, we get something that's not like ultra garbage, but I'm gonna spend the rest of these obols, and then I'm just gonna take whatever it gives me because I just want to play. Because we're not even guaranteed that this is going to be good, because I still have to roll the staff of the item.
But could be better.
Oh! Nah, dang. Cooldown lucky hit. No, these aren't really useful. Yeah, we want that max resource, but it's cooldown reduction. Lucky hit is useless. Maybe that one. That's like a secondary. I just don't want to sit here rerolling all day. It's not what I consider like fun. Alright, so first step is to temper. We need the Bone Spirit Explosion size. The other one can't really fail. Oh, whoops. I didn't even see what that one got. What did we get? Bone Storm Duration. Alright, that's not what we want to see. We need that Bone Spirit Explosion. Nope. Bone Spirit Explosion. Come on, don't do this to me, game. Oh my gosh, no. Please. Oh, we got it on the last roll. Okay, so this one, it really can't mess up. I mean, ideally we get the good roll, but it's fine. It's playable. Playable. All right. Now we gotta go socket that bad boy, and we are ready to go. Well, we're gonna have to socket it, and we have to re-roll a thing, but the re-roll is gonna hit eventually. We just keep on rolling it, it will hit. It might just take a lot of tries, but as long as it eventually hits, that's fine. So now we're gonna roll the intelligence to another set. So we're gonna go to cooldown reduction. Is that the one we need? Oh, we already have cooldown. Crit chance is what we need then. Oh, no, it's lucky hit. Just saw whatever hit chance. Oh, there we go. Crit strike chance. Not too bad. Alright, so we got that. We're going to socket that in. And then, we also need to do it on our gloves. Our gloves are not up to par yet. So our gloves could be way better, but we're going to roll the overpower after we do this first. Oh, we need to temper this too. We could probably temper, what, armor? We may need to get a little bit more armor on this character. What do they actually suggest? Armor, yep. Okay, armor and then crowd control duration. Okay, so basically we just need armor on this one. It's a 1 in 3 chance, so it's not too bad. Oh my gosh, is it gonna really not give me armor? It's a 1 in 3. Oh, there we go. Now we're armor capped. We're done. And then the other one, curse size duration. I don't know. I don't really feel like there's one that's like bad here. It's like just give me whatever. That's fine. That's good. Okay, so then the next one we got another the bone one. Oh, that's a really easy. We want bone spirit damage. Nice, we got that one. That's cool. Then we can get curse size. This one really doesn't matter. There's not like a wrong one, but curse size is. If I was to say which one I wanted, I'd want that one. All right. So the next thing that we need to do is our resistances are not perfect, but oh, it's because we need to fix. We'll have like 68 resistances, right? When we swap back to Banished Lords. Okay, it's close enough. I'm not really worried about the resistances. Now. I think we're going to get a different resistance. So we're 31 away and it has 34. Okay, so we're going to be messed up on cold res, but it's okay. I'm not worried about that one. I would rather get a better stat. So we're going to roll the cold res to crit. Critical strike chance is what we want. Because we need to get as much crit as possible. Because if the thing doesn't crit, it's 0 damage. Which is bad, obviously. I think we get a 25 bonus crit. And there might be like another bone gets more crit or something like that. And it doesn't show up. So we need to get crit on both rings. Ideally, we'd have greater affix ones, but I'm not going to be picky right here. I just want to play. There we go. Crit on ring number 1. And then ring number 2, we're going to roll that strength off for something else. Int is fine. I'm not going to be too picky. How's our HP doing? 21. That is really bad. So what we're going to do on this is we're going to roll some life. Not life on hit though. That is so garbage. You know what's funny is I always end up rolling life, but like now I want life and it's just like, nah, we're not going to give it to you. Okay, finally, jeez. Took a while. And we got life here. I've noticed that this whole like build is really bad on defenses. Like there's not very much room here to add defensive stats. So I think you'd want like greater affix life on a lot of your gear. All right, so we need a couple things swapped over since we did swap some pieces of gear. So we need to go and do this. And this was our new one, right? What was our old one? Imprisoned. That's the new one. That's the new one. Imprisoned. And that's it. We got swelling. We got requiem. And we're ready to go, man. We definitely could use a lot more survivability, but let me see what else gives us crit. Crit, that's crit damage. Oh, okay. So they get like almost 1% for each 30. So if we're at like 200, what is the math on that? It's like 5% crit. That's what? That's it? I mean, oh, what the heck? We didn't even have one of these in? Oh my gosh. Do we still have armor cap? Oh, dang, we actually need that 1 point in there. That thing is so bad. I didn't even notice we didn't get a... We were playing without that for the longest time. Wow. Well, it's okay. We have it now. Crazy. Alright, let's see if we can go to tier 1 on all these, because I actually kind of want to try this build out, and I want to make sure that like it's at least somewhat usable, and I think if we just go to tier 1 on all of these, it'll be a little bit better, right? It's swap materials. Where's that person at? Oh, they're so far away. One thing I don't like though already with this build in general is the movement speed is like terrible. 200 of these.
Oh, that's one of my best.
Alright, 1500 should get us like a decent amount, and hopefully our HP will go much higher. In fact, we need to go ahead and add another socket. Throw that one in. Alright, ready. We're going to a place where we can stay? Yeah, definitely. Alright, so let's go and masterwork everything to tier 1 at least. I guess I hit it too fast.
Of kingly make. Use it well. Never seen something finer.
Alright. We gained like another 1000 HP, but I still think this build is going to be way too squishy. Like 24k life is really bad. That's like super low. It really is very low. Ah, dang. The other problem is like not only are we like kind of low, but we're also not res capped, which is another thing. Now I know that like we did swap some stuff over here. Like I am missing technically like the extra life, but I was getting resistances, and resistances are very important as well. Let's see. But this is, oh, that's 8% life. I can't really swap out that. I'm gonna see if there's any other like damage nodes that I can like just kind of forgo. No, there's like nothing. Everything is pretty penny pinched right here. Dang, that's really unlucky. Well, let's go on in. Oh no, we have to do a Nightmare Dungeon 46 to do the pit. Oh my gosh, we have to unlock that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to write down these things for things that they need to fix. So like what else? So here's what I got listed up. So they didn't even give us the new items to test out, like the new uniques. Like obviously I played and we got them. So they didn't even give us the new items. The items aren't even 925 when you make a new character. You have to unlock the aspects, the tempers. They made us do the Nightmare Dungeon to unlock the pit. And to do the new area, you had to like get the stones, even though they are pretty common, but I still think that they should just give those to us. The rewards are garbage inside of the new area. They take too long, and there's not enough density, and I think that it's not... I don't think it's engaging, but that's kind of subjective. I'm trying to keep it as objective as possible. Is there anything else that I'm missing out on? They could also give us infinite obols to gamble with. That would actually really help. Infinite tempers would also be really good. Am I missing out on anything else though? All right, let's get more HP. So. Like, I feel like this build's gonna be so squishy, but we can res cap in another way by just popping the thing, which is okay.
Oh, an exquisite concoction.
Oh, we don't need queens on this character. This is int. Okay.
Love well.
Alright, so let's at least try the build and see the performance of it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty rough build to play still, I'd say. Like, because we don't have, like, the greater affixes of maximum resource here. Do we have all the things rolled at least? At least rolled one thing. Because the problem with this is, like, yeah, you get Bone Prism cooldown, but the other one of having extra resources of the essence per second is quite nice to have. But that could be another like good thing, and that would actually give us HP, but that would screw us over in armor, wouldn't it? Damn, it does. Might be able to squeeze out 2 more points, and then we'd be okay on that. But oh, each time they hit an enemy. Okay, so this is only good for like push versus speed runs. Okay, let's go try it out and let's see kind of the performance of it, man. Oh, just kidding. We have to do a nightmare dungeon. Oh my gosh. So how's our HP now? 28. That's still way too low. Like 30 is really low already. But let's go do a nightmare dungeon 46. I'll just do this, whatever this is, 52. Just try it out though, man. This is just in the earlier stages, obviously, but then we also need to take out the points out of Bone Spear. Because we gotta put them into Bone Spirit. Okay. Crit strike chance. I think you run Dreadful, right? Generate, yep. Yes. Okay. So, let's try it out, guys. This is going to be Bone Spirits. They look the same, so I put the wrong one, Kappa. Alright. Let's kind of just look at the performance of this. This is a pretty weak dungeon, but I like just got my gear together, so I wanted to see like kind of the performance. Can actually like hit twice now. So I think what we're supposed to do is probably activate that first. I have to also summon my squad, because that actually helps get more damage. Okay. So like, it's okay. You're not gonna be spamming it, but it's like doable. So the easy thing to do, I guess, is spam it one time and then. But I'm kind of worried about the boss potential on this build. I mean, the damage is not bad. Oh, this is a really bad nightmare dungeon too. It's the one where you have to slay everything. Because the more resource we get, the more damage we get. What's our resource at? 245. Once we're specifically at the magic number, which is 275, we can actually make this build a little bit better. You can go plus. Oh, dang, we'd be 5 off. Well, at least as of right now. We'd have to get this to be greater affix on specifically the resource. I think I actually have one that has that. Let me go grab that, actually. I think I might actually already have the rolls, too. Let me see. I know I have a greater affix one. So we just popped the elixir of resourcefulness. It could be pretty much there. Look, Kubanino, how are you doing? I'm doing good though. I'm excited to actually try out this build, but there's a lot of stuff that I gotta go grab. So what's it, a focus? Focus. Is it not called the focus? Dang, do I have it on my other character? It is important though, like it actually makes the build so much faster. Because if we're able to spend 275 on every single drop, that allows us to basically just continuously spam our bone spirit. Let me see if it's on this character. No, I don't think it's. But yes, mate, I believe we played with Tifa, right? Alright, let's go to the second meal to see if I have it. Is it on this one? It might be on my actual Necromancer, though. Actually, I didn't even think about that. That's probably where it's sitting, in my other Necromancer's inventory. Because I already checked the stash. I don't think I would have deleted that item, because I remember I was rolling for that item, and it took a really long time. And then I realized I didn't have CDR on it, which sucked. Yep, there it is, man. Bone Spirit damage. We have crit and maximum resource. Nice. Nice. I knew I had it. Because I wouldn't have gotten rid of this thing. I was trying so hard. Wait, I could have just... Oh my gosh. I already have the rings here. I didn't actually have to farm. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, unlucky, man. Unlucky. I already have good gloves with bone spirit and then corpse explosion size, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Did I brick it? No, I can still use these. Dang, I already had all the gear, man. That's... Well, I mean... I guess we didn't have to go for it. I just wasted so much time. Oh, that's fine though. We got it. We can just go play. But the thing that I think is really unfortunate though is I still think the build's way too squishy. Like we're gonna be popping like instantly. Insta popping, man. Alright, let's check this out. So, we've got the gloves we definitely need to replace because we get plus core skill, like, obviously. The weapon, we have overpower. What do we have? This one have? Overpower int damage. We need to swap the sacrifice, and then we're going to swap the gem on it. And then what is this one? We need as much crit as possible. I'm just going to put the rings and swap them. Swelling curse. I actually got some like okay-ish gear for this. Like I really tried to make this build, man. Right, and then we should just swap all the aspects. So we need grasping veins in here. Grasping veins. And then we need, what is it? Sacrificial. Sacrificial.
Masterful work.
This one is what? Imprisoned? That's the brand new one. Imprison. We have imprison there, and then swell and wreck.
Impeccable.
And then swell. Oh, that's right. We should be running overpower. I
Fashion
just
this
realized
into
that.
something exquisite.
Instead of
stars
because
made
you get like way more stats. You get 25. This was like basically double. It's all additive damage, but it's still like you might as well select the best one. You know what I mean? It's my first necro this season. No, I made minions first. That was like my first necro build. This is a bone spirit, but there's another thing I actually kind of wanted to select. So isn't there like extra resource? Yeah, I think that one's way better because if I can get the closer I can get to max resource, the better I can just spam my ultimate ability, you know. So it's a potion. It's advanced resourcefulness 2. You know, they actually nerfed this. It used to be plus 50 resource, but they nerfed it. So we're at 244, and we're like almost there. Really wish there was some boots with extra resource, but there is not at the moment. Well, play First Descendant tomorrow. Yes, Vatican, for sure, man. Were you here when we were streaming that game? I played that game a lot in the beta. Like I played every single class, like or every character, I think it's called. For sure, mates. All right, let's go. Oh, we need to craft the sigil. We need a 46. 46. I guess we can just go to the next tier. That probably would be better. That's 40. It's fine. Bastion of Faith.
May your road be
Let's
filled
try it
with
out.
wonders.
The only thing that matters is as long as we can get out there and we have 275. If we cannot, the strongest class for DPS is Flay Barbarian, has the highest numbers. Oh, in that game, I don't know because there's a newer thing. Oh, we're just playing solo dysfunctional. I appreciate the offer though. We're kind of testing out a newer build here. Alright, so let's test out Bone Spirit Season 5, the Hadouken or the Spirit Bomb build. So the first one may not actually be useful for its damage, but the second one and every single one after that, because we're now at over 275. That's the magic number your character must hit. If your character does not reach this build will not feel good, and you'll be like, what the heck's going on with my character or build or whatever. It feels significantly worse. Also, we need to summon our little squad here. This is obviously really low tier content at the moment, but I just got my stuff up and running. I kind of wanted to play it. And this build is like a heavy, like, masterwork build. So until you get there, it might not be super strong. So the goal was Season 5's Bone Spirit. Like I said, I know this is not a hard content. I have to re-unlock the pit, so I gotta do this anyways here. So the build will hit for crazy amounts of damage. Like, even though we're hitting 56 mil here, it's nothing. Like, this build will dominate, and it actually hits twice with the brand new thing that we get in Season 5. So the brand new thing that we get that makes people maybe interested in playing this is called Imprisoned. So that's the aspect, and it makes so when Bone Spirit explodes inside of a bone prism, it explodes another time. Now obviously you can put this on a two-hander, but you're really tight on room with this build because you definitely want to play the Blood Moon Breaches, which also got a buff. So it makes it so our minions can't automatically curse enemies. This build, by the way, is incredibly squishy. I'm kind of stuck on this wall, but like most of the stuff you'll just delete in one hit. But if we can activate Bone Prison on something and then curse it, then boom, you'll hit it twice. I mean, but we have 341 resource. That is crazy. Ideally, you just need 275, but there's a lot of things that aren't up 100% of the time, and they need to regen. And we will regenerate a lot of our resource because Bone Spirit literally eats up everything, and that's how the build is kind of played. But as far as this build goes, it probably is going to be one of the top tier Necromancer builds in Season 5. And I was kind of curious to see how it performs, so we can just run through this dungeon. It's low tier one. I'll probably upload some more higher tier content once we get everything kind of working. That was 100. Remember that it hits twice, and sometimes it may not register like the full damage because I'm not like I have to curse the enemies. We could use Grasping Veins as well, but like it's not an easy, smooth build to play. There's a lot of micromanaging because you have to make sure that they're cursed, and there's a lot of steps to the build. You can't actually run a smoother variant of the build, and the reason why is because you need a source of vulnerability in every Diablo build. So that means you have to use Bone Prism every single time, and Bone Prism, well, it's got to activate, you know, and it doesn't have, you know, charges. You have to do it every single time. Oh, we need to cap on this. That is one area where it's terrible for speed content. This is one of the, like, the lowest, low tier builds for speed content, even though you can one-shot everything, right? But you can't spam your attack. So what people will probably do with this build is, for like, you know, Helltide or something, they may swap to a Bone Spear build. Bone Spear, by the way, if you're wondering, is it good in the next season? I would say not really. But we'll see, man. We gotta collect the thing. Got the 2 boxes. And unfortunately, Necromancer's mobility skill requires, I believe, an aspect. So you're not gonna really run it. I think that they should have just made it so one of the other talents that you can get on the tree for Sever gives you that mobility option. Oh, did I go the wrong way? You know what? Redo it. Whoa, wait, what, man? But thanks for reminding me to drink water. Why are we on World Tier 3? If you look, we're on World Tier 4. We have to do a Nightmare Dungeon. And the reason why we have to do a Nightmare Dungeon right now is we have to unlock the pit. We're playing on Season 5 right now. We're on the PTR. So, yeah. Should you keep farming Iron Wolf reputation for the Uber Shards? Yep. That's what you can do, Love Boy. It's the only 100% guaranteed way. If you want to do the Tormented bosses, that is another option, but that is not guaranteed. Also, I don't know your skill level. If you have a bunch of friends that can carry you through it, then do the Tormented bosses. It's way better. But I'm pretty sure if you're asking, you don't have, you know, a bunch of people to carry you through the Tormented ones. But that is the best. That's how I got all my Uber Uniques. I got every single one of them multiple times, and I just kept on doing it again and again. Alright, so now that we've done this, we can finally play what we actually want to play. You saw that I played First Descendant. Is it any good? I don't know what their monetization is going to be like. If you have to buy the character for like $10, it's fine. It's not a big deal at all. I don't know what it looks like because it's not out. I played a lot of the beta and like the alpha of that game. It's a cool game. Like it's definitely like I would check it out because it's free. But the character that you unlock, like I forgot how you unlock all the characters because in the beta they just kind of like gave them to you for free and it was like really generous. But that's because it's like the beta, right? They want people to try out the characters. But the character that I like the most was Bunny, and she's actually like the first character that you get in the game, and I think everyone gets her. I think she's one of the best characters in the game. So most people will probably like the Frost Girl. I forgot her name, but like the Frost Girl is pretty dang good, and she's relatively easy because you can sit further back. But now we can actually do the pits now that we've unlocked it. It released yesterday. Try playing the game Mancake. It doesn't work. If you open up the game, it'll say the First Descendant is not available yet. Haven't tried the new character, honest opinion. I'm talking about, what is it called? The Spiritborn? That is not available to play at the moment. I'm gonna see if we can even do a pit 100. It might be actually too hard for this character, but I'm gonna try. We only have 23k HP. Oh my gosh, that is not enough. We're gonna try it one time. My barrage build. You're dying to play it before PTR ends. I don't know how I can share it. I'll let you screen cap something real quick. All right, after this run, Stakes. If we rip. All right, let's get it. Brand new Season 5 Bone Spear Necromancer. So one thing to note: this is an endgame only build. There's not going to be a build guide yet because, well, we're gonna have to wait and see if they change anything. But it's basically this. This is the main new thing. So when you actually have Bone Spear explode inside a Bone Prism, you get basically 70 extra percent of its normal damage, which is really good. And it also prioritizes the enemies inside Bone Prison, but basically that's it. And also when you encase the enemies inside, and it'll start shooting stuff, and then it's going to give you maximum resource. So that's kind of in combination going to give you crazy damage. And we're almost at 275. That's very important for Banished Sword's Talisman. We can actually get to like 300 and something, but a lot of these like have like these little like things to manage. It's probably one of the most difficult builds to play because you got to manage corpse tendrils. You got to make sure it's vulnerable. You got to also manage your raised skeletons because you don't have like a an auto ability, and you also have to curse everything. It's not an easy build to play. I'm just warning you guys as a heads up for this build. The first few seconds of this build are very annoying because you have to build up your resource to the amount that's kind of required, and yeah. But once you build it up, it'll be a lot smoother for gameplay. In fact, this is way too difficult in terms of the squishiness right now. But once we get our like little army going, it'll be much better. Do we have our army yet? Okay, there we go. And the reason why we need the skeletons is because they will actually help out quite a bit with the ability to give me corpses for corpse tendrils. Let's see, we can wrap everything and boom, we get these nice big one-shots. That's the goal of it. But the problem is that like if you have any stragglers, especially on PTR is kind of busted right now, and like it doesn't spawn enough enemies. But I at least wanted to kind of showcase it off. I usually like to showcase off on like a 100. Trust me, damage is not a problem for this build. The problem is survivability, and with this build, it's really an only min-max or endgame build. Not very beginner-friendly to play. You have to really manage a lot of your cooldowns and watch stuff. I could probably make a easier version of this build, and you would do Bone Spear and then Bone Spirit, and you'd have to cycle it perfectly technically. But the reason why that one's easier is because you don't have to micromanage the Bone Prism as much, and also you wouldn't have to really manage Decrepify. But also, if you're out of mana or essence, yeah, it kind of sucks because you don't really have anything really great to generate it back instantly. But it's only a really far endgame build. Ooh. Damn. I think this might be just too high for the numbers. The damage isn't the problem at all. It's basically that we need to be able to kill the stuff more consistently. So maybe we can just do an 80 here. Hello, Zach. Can sparks drop? No. You can get sparks from completing certain quests. If you need the guide, I have it on a TikTok if you want to watch it there. But it basically, you kill Uber Lilith, and also you can kill any of the tormented bosses, and that'll be 2 sparks, 1 from each. They're not repeatable. And then in the Iron Wolves quest, which is like somewhere over here, if you just kill stuff in the Helltide, you can get 1 spark per character, and that you can do infinite times, but sparks just don't drop. You're having trouble in Pit 101 with a Whirlwind Barb? Glyphs are at 17? Well, there you go, Andrew. You answered your own question. So you need to get more levels on your glyphs, and your masterwork needs to be better. But if you're having trouble as a barb, you're probably copying a bad guide. I already have a Whirlwind guide. If you want to copy that one, feel free to copy that one. That one will absolutely just delete content. You just like walk by. It's a walking simulator build. But whoever wanted the barrage build, I got you. Let me pop it up. You can copy it real quick. I had it saved here. I haven't uploaded the video yet, but you can have it if you want. I'm guessing you just need a Paragon board, right? That's the only thing. Well, like, here's the gameplay of it. Let's see if I have it at the very end. No, it's on that one. It's basically just this. I mean, this is the same, like, gear, actually. It's the same gear as my Rapid Fire. So you just need Crown of Lucian, Ring of the Starless Skies, and then you can just also get damage per Dark Shroud. That works. And then as far as, like, the tree goes, instead of Rapid Fire, obviously just go Barrage. There's not really anything that's like super special if you wanted to build. But yeah, I'll go through it kind of fast because I think I was talking in the video. But you can use precision, or you can run momentum. It's actually not like really super required. It's kind of up to you on that one. I actually think you can run 2 different things. So you can run Tricks of the Trade, or you can run the one where when you use when Inner Sight is like full. So you have 2 options. But as far as the Paragon board, I guess you can just go back on the Twitch VOD and find this, but it's Ranger and then Exploit Weakness, Exploit, and then Cunning Stratagem, and then Chip. Combat on Cunning Stratagem for a second one, and then for third one we run Cheap Shot, Devious, and then Pride on No Witness, and then we just grab Tricks of the Trade and Deadly Ambush, and then that's it. Alright, but now I'm going to try this on maybe like an 80. Okay, let's try this on an 80, and I think that the performance will probably be much better. Okay, so let's do it like an 80, and let's see what the performance is kind of looking like. Alright, the Bone, this is the Spirit Bomb build. But you're welcome, Stakes. Do you think they'll ever make it so you can crit for tempering on all classes? Oh yeah, in Season 5, which we're playing on, you can do that. No problem. The Twister Glyph is still bugged for the Barb. I don't think they changed it, so as far as more of, yes, man, it's still bugged. But Season 5, Bone, Spirit Bomb, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So, what got changed in Season 5? Imprison is one of the newer aspects that you can get, which makes so when Bone Spirit explodes inside of a Bone Prism, it explodes for a huge amount of damage. This build does crazy damage. I'm in the leveling process. It's really, really hard to get up and running because you need 275 because Banished Lord's Talisman. If you want this build to deal damage, you really need that 275. It's actually pretty easy to get because the brand new Path of Trag'Oul boots allows you to make it so you're going to gain a lot more resource. Bone Prison has like a really good cooldown. You really need to min-max this build, by the way, to get really good damage and get your cooldowns and everything. This is, by the way, like only an endgame build, but let's go ahead and get some gameplay. We'll show it off. Damage is not a problem for this build. We can go way higher, but it's actually survivability that is going to be a big issue. In the very beginning, by the way, it is very rough for this build to start. Rip. Alright, hold on. I gotta go back and I gotta go grip the potions. I done goofed on that one. But you can always just make another character JH and then just go to the tempering. That also works. But survivability is pretty rough on this one. Holy. They need to make it much easier. Let's craft like 5 choruses. 5 of these. Because when you die, by the way, you have to recraft these, which kind of sucks. Like, you have to redo these. Alright. Spirit Bomb is what we're probably going to call it. You've been playing Dark Souls 3, Mankick? Did you play the new Elden Ring as well? I haven't really got into those games. I actually streamed Dark Souls 3 when it first came out. But let's try it, guys. The brand new Bone Spirit with some of the newer toys. We got Path of Trag'Oul. We've got the Imprison aspect, and I'll kind of explain what those do, but gameplay always first. By the way, this build is only an endgame build. It takes a while to get started because, you need to get a lot of things kind of like ramped up, and, you got to be able to grab everything, get them all kind of grouped up, but you will one-shot things. Right now, I'm still in the process of gearing up, and I wanted to showcase a little demo here. But it is a build for sure where it's not going to be beginner-friendly, just warning people. It does crazy damage. We can go way, 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 way higher. I believe it's done like 120, 130 at the moment, somewhere around there. I think it actually might have been 134 was the current record. If I remember, I'll link it. But how it plays is it's very squishy also. It has like some hurdles that you're going to have to get over. Again, not what I would consider the most beginner-friendly build because it requires so much. We have 334, and anything above 275 is kind of what we're looking for. And the reason why is because at that number, we can specifically get Banished Lords to allow us to overpower on every single hit. And remember, we can hit twice. But, unfortunately with this build, you could swap out. What we should probably do is probably go back to Blood Mist. But there are times where, I was, in the process of building this build, and I had no resource, and the build felt incredibly bad. So if you're not a min-maxer, do not, and I repeat, do not even try to make this build. It is incredibly hard to actually gear up. But I figure we'll do a little bit of a gameplay showcase. We'll kill some more elites over here. But you can see, yeah, you do crazy amounts of damage. But I definitely need to do some masterworking. I would say masterworking on like life is probably not a bad option. Another thing that I didn't really like with this build, is that it requires a lot of paying attention to so many different things. Like, okay, did you curse the enemy? Did you do this? Because otherwise you're gonna be out on cooldown. And your gear needs to be absolutely god tier. If you've played the sorceress build that requires basically everything to be perfect for CDR, yeah, it's like that. If you played the firebolt firewall build, there we go. You can see what corpse in, so it's a damage reduction guy. But yeah, there will be moments in here where you feel like you have no resource because maybe Bone Spirit, it done goofed and it didn't target the right thing. And the reason why it becomes bad if that happens is because you will lose out on a bunch of resources. Because how it works is when Bone Spirit actually hits a target, you'll regen over time. But you need to make sure that, again, look at our resource, 350 is really good. But in order to get max damage, we need more resources. Oh, you know what? We're probably going to have to backtrack. I really hate how on PTR they kind of messed up stuff, but this build is not what I would consider something that, again, is very beginner friendly. I could probably get much better at playing it with it after I practice. But to explain the combo real quick, you want to kind of try to find elites, lock them in there, and then curse them. You can actually shoot out your bone prism before the curse because the bone or the bone spirit travels so dang slow that you'll have time. But this is basically the gameplay loop. You lock them in the little area, and you put them in the prison, and then you throw the bone spirit, you Hadouken them, and it just goes crazy for damage. But go ahead and do that again. And then ideally you try to have your skeletons frontline. It's again not the most beginner friendly easy thing to play, but I did want to go ahead and kind of make a quick vid and cover it at least. But again, I need to get the build to have a lot more survivability, but I'll probably drop a build guide on it. Again, just as a warning, it's going to be a min-max or only build, but I'll explain some of the newer things that this build has. And if you want to, you can play a normal pair of boots, and if you really wanted to play the build without perfect gear, you can do it with a bone spear to activate vulnerability without running the newer boots. Because the newer boots, I would say, especially if you're pushing for higher tier content, you need the cooldown reduction, plus it gives you damage and resource. It does so much for you, but it's actually almost better in harder content because you can get way more resource, and trapping the elites is going to be more valuable and you'll be able to push way higher. But as far as speedruns, stay far away from this build if you're a speedrunner. The reason why is because, well, it's very, very slow. Even if you're able to one-shot things consistently, the Necromancer without the minion glyph is just going to be slower. But this is one of the main new things. It gives you plus ranks to skills, right? And you get that greater affix and get a lot more damage here. And then on top of that, all of the bone splinters that shoot out, obviously on a boss, it's going to be really good. Most of the small stuff, you might only hit a couple, but some people may want to utilize this to reach that 275. I reached 275 by also popping the resource one, but man, the build is squishy. We need a lot more HP to make this build much more viable. That's why I'm going to go ahead and just kind of showcase off the newer stuff here. But also the other new thing that you have as a toy is imprisoned spirit. Imprisoned is just actually what it's called. I believe. Let me double check on that for the name. Imprisoned, I believe. It's just imprisoned spirit is the full name of it. So it makes it so when bone spirit explodes inside bone prism, it explodes in additional time, and it does more damage. Now, one thing that is actually really nice with this, and I feel like that they should have just added this, bone spirit now prioritizes enemies inside bone prism. I feel like it should always explode, and there's a problem with it sometimes because how it works is on your rings you have to make it so it says casting and macabre skills restores a certain amount of spirit, which definitely helps out. But there's another thing over here where after bone spirit hits an enemy, you generate 30% of your maximum essence over the next 4 seconds. So when it doesn't hit an enemy, this definitely becomes a problem as you need a lot of resources. You can see I have 19 into this. It's not necessarily perfectly min max, you can go way over that, because like on our gloves, it's just ranks to core skills, so you can get way more here. You can get way more here as well. But if you want those big damages, you're gonna have to also curse the enemies, and this is 100x. So this actually got a buff. I believe 70x was the max value before, but you still have to manually curse your enemies. And of course, we're still playing to Corruptify. So as far as Bones Spirit goes, it plays very similar to Season 4's, but it's a lot more forgiving because now you at least have the Crown of Lucion to kind of help out with even more damage. And the amount of like resources that are spent, it doesn't really matter because you always spend all of it anyways with Bone Spirit. So it just adds a lot more damage. But like Lucky Hit isn't going to really help out. Ideally, you'd get Greater Affix Maximum Resource. But just as a warning, again, this is not a beginner-friendly build because it requires you to have a lot to your maximum resource. The other option that I was thinking about, like making like a beginner-friendly variant with like Lochren's Talisman, but you lose out on a lot of damage with this. But since this is a multiplier, it's not that bad. But it does give you that extra maximum resource, so you will have the ability to potentially get even more consistency with just being able to spam it. So if you wanted to play like a spam build, you could maybe try to run Bones Spear with, I think, the Crown of Lucion plus Rainless Starless Skies. It just is a lot smoother. But unfortunately, because you're not spamming the thing, Starless Skies loses out on a little bit of value, but it does give you a lot of damage. But you also have to activate, you know, your corpse potential. So you have to activate like so much for this build to be like really good. Because like at the moment for our crit, which isn't really that bad, our crit strike chance is 61, and then plus we get another 25 there, and then depending on the amount of resources we spend, which I think this could use a buff, to be honest. I took out a point because I needed armor cap myself, because without armor cap, well, the build feels a lot worse. So survivability is a pretty big issue, and so the reason why, and this gets into this video wasn't really supposed to be a build guide, but I kind of have to explain, because if anyone's interested in playing this, it's very important that I mention, especially for the next season. So ideally, if you get this to be a high roll on the maximum resource, that is really good. But you also need to get, this is where it becomes really ridiculous. So you need essence per second, and you need like a high roll on that. You also need to get armor here because a lot of the other spots will be absolutely just really tight on room. And that's why this is why I said this is an end game like only build. You need to also have armor, then you have to roll armor on it. The corpse central size doesn't matter, but then you get total armor on it. So it's like very strict on what you need on your chest piece. And the reason why is there's a lot of uniques in the build. You obviously want the same stuff that you'd want with every build. Crit. You don't really need attack speed with this build because again, it's a like Spirit Bomb one-shotting build. It's really cool for its concept. And then you're stuck with Blood Moon Bridges. You have to play this, and this will also help out with damage reduction. But again, the build feels incredibly squishy, so I'm hoping they can maybe adjust that, and in some forms of other like no Rogue's got a lot of defenses. I'm hoping this can get a lot stronger. But as far as the boots go, we're going to be playing this. At least these roll with armor. But yeah, you definitely want to be playing this. And then I think you can get away with playing a one-handed mace now because it gives you overpower. I just had this lying around because I actually built this in Season 4, and I felt like it was way too difficult to play. If you really need a penny pinch for extra resources, you could run Ring of Sacrilegious Soul and Tybalt, but then you lose out on 100x damage. But remember, you have to be at 275 for the Banished Lord's Talisman. I have a double GA'd one over here. And the reason why is because it guarantees overpowers to consistently roll through. And then you also have Requiem, which will give you extra essence. I could get this to be better. I don't have a perfect one. But this is why like everything needs to be like so perfect. And so I guess we kind of went over like most of the stuff over here. Like I said, I didn't really want this to be a build guide. I will drop a build guide for it eventually because it's probably one of the better builds for Necromancer. But it is a very difficult build to play. And then you need to get Bone Spirit Explosion, Bone Spirit Damage, which isn't really that bad because now it's like a 1 in 3 hit chance. But you need specifically maximum resource, and that has to be Greater Affix. A lot of the things, if you don't reach the 275, you end up having to cast 2 different times to get the good damage, because if it doesn't overpower, well, if you look at the Paragon board, I mean, I guess at this point, let's just do a quick little like rundown of it. But I'll make like a more dedicated, more thorough one. But it's really hard to get everything to like be good because like you have to consume 5 corpses, and then it's just not easy to play. We have Bone Graft over here also, where like it gets to increase your maximum essence, and also let's see, we also have like the increased overpower with Bloodbath, and then we have Scent of Death over here, where with no corpses you get to deal damage. So like you can get way more damage out if you do try to go for it. But I got this, by the way, from Skolum. So shoutouts to him for his Paragon board with this. I actually changed up a couple other things, but it's pretty much his board. I just got some more res on it. But as far as Bone Spirit in Season 5 goes, I was really interested in checking it out with the buffs. But again, it's going to be very, very, very difficult, I would say, for most people to play. But I will link, I believe he has the highest push at the moment. But again, I'm just warning you guys, because I saw it and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I like the gameplay, but it's not easy to play. And it is something where I would say it may need some extra improvements. Maybe they can balance it in terms of the defenses because, yeah, I'm really low on the HP. Again, maybe you get greater affixes everywhere. I kind of was like, okay, let's get some big damage, but I think it has enough damage. We may actually need to roll like life on like every single piece of gear and maybe on the rings as well. Like it's just far too squishy because you don't have like another source of a good amount of like flat damage reduction. There's damage reduction from enemies affected by curses, but it could get, I think, a lot better. But that's Necromancer build that I was kind of interested in at least checking out because I wanted to see what else they were cooking up. Because there's also the Pet Druid, which we'll play eventually as well. But anyways, that's the Spirit Bomb Necromancer. Fun idea. Reanimated back to Necromancer for the fun? Yeah. Any good Druid builds for the new one? There's not really a new Druid build. I tried the Companion build. I felt like it was underperforming. It's like the third Sword build. I feel like that was underperforming as well. Could definitely use some more stuff. Will my Bouncy Fireball do alright in the new season? They didn't really get new buffs. You will not be able to use your Ubers, the ones you collected this season. No, Fonzie, you got to get them all again. Basically, think of it like a new account minus the Renown. I don't know if I'm going to be playing Necromancer. There's really nothing else to test out other than Hurricane Druid, which is what I actually plan to play later. But I think it's already, what is it? It's like 7 a.m. And I do want to play, of course, the First Ascendant tomorrow. But thanks so much, guys, for coming by. Appreciate it. If you're watching this on TikTok and you guys want to catch me again, you guys can click on the pink plus sign in the middle right. But if you're watching this over on Twitch, you guys can click on the purple heart in the bottom right if you guys want to catch me again. But thanks so much for stopping by. I'll link my YouTube in the chat. If you're watching this on TikTok, my YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok are all the same. If you guys want to see more content, feel free to go ahead and head over there. But GG's, guys. Let me see if I have any gamers playing some Diablos. No Diablo gamers? All right. Well, GG's, guys. It was fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow or later today, depending on your time zone, for First Ascendant. And we'll play more Diablo, I think, as well. We're going to make a Druid build.